Welcome to Trash Talk. I'm Lane.
I'm D.
I am John, and we have
Ryan
a guest
Hansen in the house.
Dude, what the fuck? We have a
Man,
guest.
it's nice to being back.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's been far too long.
Just
For
real
sure,
quick,
almost a Super Bowl ago.
I just want to get out really quick.
Not really, but
Yeah,
just
a
really
Chiefs
quick
win ago.
for one of our most dedicated listeners. I just want to shout out. Mike was in the military, and all he caught was autism. So,
wow.
shout out Mike.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll give him one Owen Wilson.
Wow, like it. Good.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna come.
Just so. For him.
Anyway,
I'm gonna come.
yeah, it's been because upstairs. Oh, I have a request from just a gentleman's request. Dial back the goddamn Husker talk this time, for God's sakes, please.
That sounds like
You
your own
want to get it out
request.
of the way?
Please.
then?
No, it's fine. We can forego
I
that.
have
feel
to
like
know.
Try to have
I'm
topics
gonna
with
ask him
our
his
guests that they
info.
know about.
I don't
and,
want to be a one-trick pony. So
I'm just going to ask him what he thought of the season.
Get the timer out.
That's it.
get
That's
a
it.
timer out.
To me,
Scale
it's,
of
to
1
me
to
it's a
10.
success because we
Well,
got to the Rose
honestly-
Bowl, a bowl game, and that was the goal.
What was the bowl?
Game by game,
Sure,
it was
pinstripe.
frustrating, right?
Pinstripe,
Game
that's
by game, frustrating. But
Sure.
like at the end of the season, what were we? We were 7-6. I was thinking we'd be 7-5 going into the end of the season after beating Iowa. That beating Iowa thing's still a bugaboo, but
Yeah.
it's where my expectations lied, having a freshman quarterback. So I'm really excited. There's been a ton of new additions offensively, and I think there's been some addition by subtraction with some players leaving. So I'm a little bit, and the schedule lines up really nicely to where like a 8 to 9 win season should be the
Really?
expectation.
It's not a tough schedule, but
Did you look at the
It's not the
stats of Rule's record with the Bears?
Yeah, what was put on the TV.
Bears?
Yeah, they had like
Baylor.
his like first 3 or 4 years with Baylor,
Oh,
and then like
If you
one
if
he
you
Yeah,
did
and
with
Temple.
Nebraska
if
so
you
far,
took his
Temple.
it
two,
matches up.
yeah, I was say if you take his Temple and his Baylor record against ranked opponents, like he had like a really good record, but then right now with Nebraska, it's kind of the opposite. So
I can't remember
things are
who-
about to turn, and I feel like he's learned. This guy's so like.
Players seem
good
to like him
at
a lot.
just not only that, he's super personal, but he's just so good at identifying what he's not good at or what his team's not good at, and then finding ways to fill those
bring
holes.
someone in. To
And I
do
feel like
something.
offensively, they've done a really nice job. And then defensively, I think being able to get Javen Wright to come back at middle linebacker and then going and getting a couple guys in the transfer portal there at linebacker and corner, like I feel like they're setting up really nicely to have a decent season next year. Not like we should be in the conference championship game or bust.
could.
But I mean, we could dick trip our way into one, to be fair. But I think it's going to be like
Trip. Oh, I got to use that one.
But I feel like ultimately it's probably 8-9 win season now instead of a 6-7 win season.
Would you be surprised if they
They-
got double-digit wins?
Did they win the
A
Pinstripe
little
Bowl?
bit, yeah.
Yes.
But
Thank you.
I think that would be because of maybe Dylan being more secure with the ball, maybe having a better running game, having
It's
Only
a
that
so-
one
it's a
receiver
sophomore
had like
season.
what 3 or 4 games in a row where we hit a big pass that would be really good at sealing a win, and he'd catch it, high point it, and he just let the DB just rip it out of his hands. He
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
basically ended 3 games in a row with that.
yeah.
There was
I feel
definitely
like
two
there's-
major
Gone to
ones.
that.
Would have been a touchdown. They got the ball, but
Who won the championship on Monday? I completely forgot to watch.
Ohio
Ohio
State.
State.
Ohio State, just Ohio State. Don't call him the.
Yeah,
Why? What's wrong with the Ohio State?
it's just an annoying little thing they do.
Yeah,
What they call it, the Ohio State?
It has to be in the Ohio State.
Oh yeah, fuck that noise.
Yeah.
pretty much.
The
So
There's a
that'll
lot of
leave it at
others.
that. I don't want to bore John to death where we have to wake him from slumber. But
Well,
because you're way too into that. I'm way more into that than I would possibly imagine. I can't figure out
I
how,
think-
how you have the
hold
time
on,
to
hold
figure
on.
that. Also, how are you finding these kids? You're
Jesus.
like the running back. Like, are you like going to their like Instagrams, like studying the players? Like, yeah, get some good thighs on that guy.
you mean
that's what I would
as a recruiter?
I mean, if you guys the new guys coming in, the transfer portal, you
Well,
investigate them. And
What's neat
they would be
is that
found for
there's
pedophiling. Probably.
these guys have
The
a
fuck?
lot of production. So I mean, 2 of the wide receivers were starters at Kentucky, and they're transferring out.
Their
following-
wide receiver
Oh,
coach
wow.
is coming
following
to
a
Nebraska,
coach,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's coming into town. So
Really?
this wide
Okay.
receivers coach they hired to be, at a, paying him a little bit more and whatnot. Like
Well,
he's bringing cats over that are like productive.
Yeah,
so
and
that's
also,
the biggest
but like
difference.
established relationships. You know, like these
Well,
are
I'm
my
glad-
guys.
I'm glad
They're
you-
bringing
I'm
a
glad you
dude
do
from
that.
the FCS that was like all Big Sky in
What's FCS?
That's the
lower
next
league.
level down. But I mean, if you're all conference at a position, whether it's FCS or FBS, you're productive. I don't give a shit, you know. So we've had those guys where they were productive in FCS and showed up and were able to do their thing, like Samari Toure.
Well, now I'm ready for the next season because
people that
thank
goes
you.
to the
'Cause
NFL,
I was not going to look that
I
up.
like
Fedoni, I think, is going to the combine. We're going to try and get drafted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
hasn't
kind
been
of
invited to the
wavering.
combine, but he is invited to the Shrine Bowl, Senior Bowl, the
Pro
Reese's,
Bowl
the
thing?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup or Reese's Pieces Senior Bowl.
One last bid to get into the combine.
I hope
essentially.
so, but I mean, good luck to him. I just don't think, he's got enough tape that's going to make it hard on him.
I think he could be trained though. Right?
How come?
Practice squad.
Most
He can
likely,
make, he'll make a practice
because a lot of
squad.
Huskers end up being pretty good in the NFL after kind of being middling,
Yeah, you just need to
lumbers
adjust
with us.
Quick
the
question.
right coaching.
Does
No.
quick question? One, do they and why don't they have a Chipotle bowl? Because that seems like the most obvious.
Because they
sponsor.
lost out to the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Yeah, they probably lost a bid.
Are you serious? 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't-
No,
I mean,
they don't rename
there's
them that
gotta be a-
often.
No,
It's
they
gotta be
come
a
up for
Chipotle
bid
bowl.
like every
but
5
it can't
years
just
or
be the
something
Chipotle
like that.
bowl. It's got to be the Chipotle double beef, carne asada rice bowl or something.
Maybe it's
shit,
even less. It's probably even less. Like
Yeah,
those
they don't come up-
contracts are only like a few years, maybe 5.
Really?
And then
Because the
they're up for
Tostitos
bid
is
again.
still going with the Fiesta Bowl. Wait, no, the Fiesta Bowl is still going. I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
No, it's
but
not the
Tostito-
Totinos anymore. It hasn't been that for a while.
I
What is the Fiesta Bowl now?
Yeah, who's
'Cause they
Fiesta
do
Bowl now?
change.
I looked
Yeah,
it up.
I
They're
have
always
no
so
idea.
fucking dumb.
The FedEx Orange Bowl is still ingrained in my brain, but it hasn't been the FedEx Orange Bowl in probably 15 years, maybe even less. Yeah, a little less, but
Damn.
I can't get rid of it.
That's a
It's just
throwback.
it's iconic.
It's
you know
not.
what I mean?
Yeah, no one
Like,
cares. I also don't want to care what the sponsorships are of the bowl.
Yeah, but the
you
Pop-Tart
know.
one was funny as shit though.
I know the Pop Tart one's great. It's more popular than
Man,
the bowl.
I thought that was the neat one because they also had sprinkles on the sidelines. Like,
Didn't the player of the game get to vote which Pop-Tart got toasted?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they just serve it up.
And then the trophy is literally a toaster.
Oh, that is good though. But that's cool with like the smaller bowls. They should have fun like that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, make them enjoyable in some way, since people dog on them in general because they're not the playoff bowls.
2024 was the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. Holy shit! PlayStation. It was a PlayStation Fiesta Bowl from 2016 to 2022. Well, how did I not know that?
Because it's not
one
iconic.
You
It
don't want to
doesn't
know
roll
the
off the
sponsor.
tongue.
No one wants to know that. You're just watching the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, it's the classics: Rose Bowl, Orange Bowl, Citrus Bowl, Nacho Bowl.
Rice Bowl. Tacos Belgrande.
Oh, shit. Rice
Cotton
Bowl.
bowl. Yeah, I know. Like, how
Either
come
way-
there was never a pear bowl? Anyway, sorry,
I'm really
go ahead.
bummed that there is no more college football for a year.
Yeah, it carried on kind of too long though, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's a topic for a different time. We don't have to get into.
I heard
playoff
some
stuff,
sports talking heads talking about. I think it was Tony Kornheisen and Michael Wilbon
but- Yeah.
with PTI.
Mm-hmm.
They brought that up and were like, "What you think?" And they're like, "Great games. It did go on a little long."
Yeah, they're gonna have to fix that if they're gonna keep it at 12. And I'm not an advocate for 12.
Maybe just go to 8 or
I've
9
always
for the
been
number one team.
I've always been one for
what?
8
8 what?
games.
Bracket of 8.
Oh. Brag 8 games. Oh, okay. Game.
I think it should be 10 in some way. They could do like some sort of conference champion is the
Yeah.
2.
The
I'm
argument
always
is,
for more
FCS
football.
can do it with like 12 or 16 teams, however
Okay.
it is. Like Division 1 should be able to do it too, but not all of those FCS games are blowouts right away. Like there's some good teams that are in the middle that I don't think the FBS has,
Well,
per
the
se.
NFL's looking at 18-game schedule, which we all knew was coming.
Oh man.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
They
there's
have to
just-
negotiate with the players' union, but I'm sure they're going to cave.
Players and coaches just pretty much going to have to. I mean, I think they already do work year round, but they're not even going to be able to vacation here pretty soon. Yeah, I'm being dramatic, maybe. But
That's a lot of games.
That's a long fucking season.
It is.
18
Regar- I
games.
mean,
Well, 'cause
and then
joking
you
aside,
have
if-
If you win the Super Bowl, how much time do you have off?
yeah, like 6 less weeks of an off.
But like,
off
but when
season.
does your season start again?
Active? I mean, summer.
You're probably
stuff,
still working out, I'm sure.
Summer
but,
stuff
like,
starts usually in June. Yeah, is that right?
now they're like
And then-
OTAs, and they'll have the
yeah.
rookie mini camp shortly after the draft.
because the draft's in
April.
So they give some people some time to get adjusted.
Yeah, but-
to the
Well,
draft.
is it in May
Doesn't-
and the combines in April?
I think you might be right.
Yeah, but doesn't baseball
Something
play
like that, but it's like
year-round,
early May.
basically?
I think so.
So I mean, like more football. Is that
But I
bad?
think, well, the players would probably say it takes more out of them.
No, yeah.
Look how many,
100%. It's just one more game they're going to take off at the end of the year if they're not either in it or they're resting for the playoffs. I mean, let's call it what it is.
Do you think the NFL playoffs could be limited a little bit?
No, I actually kind of like them.
I feel
as
like
they
those are too long.
It's because,
playoffs
well,
right now?
yeah, it's going to feel that way now because you're adding one more game to the end of the
Yeah,
regular
so
season.
that's like
so
kinda
it's
like-
playoffs are starting.
They're probably
you-
going to end
could
up
you-
with 2, maybe 3 bye weeks,
Where
which is going to push the
where are we
season out
now?
even longer.
Where are we now in the season? Professional.
17.
When's the Super Bowl?
February?
Yeah.
Yeah, are they
It's like
kind
early February, maybe
I think
first
it's 2
week.
weeks off.
Because I just remember
after
there
this
being like the
weekend.
end of the season and like a long wait for the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
it's like 2 weeks. It'll be
Yeah.
like 2 weeks from now because Pro Bowl will be next weekend.
Okay.
After this
Jeez.
this weekend coming games, these two.
There's the Pro Bowl in between the weekends or whatever. That's nice.
Yeah,
What do you like in
One
the
last
conference
little football
championship
game.
games?
man. There are. I mean, there's some things to like, things to not like. You got the old mainstays that just won't
Wow, that
go
was a
away.
big nothing burger. All right.
No,
There's
I
good,
think
there's bad. Go to both
I
sides.
think he's
it's fun. It's not
being-
fun.
The
sometimes.
Niners didn't make it.
I
know.
I towed that line pretty heavily. Anyway, there's some teams I wish they'd just go the fuck away, and then there's some that I'm just rather surprised.
What
they'd,
teams? What teams need to fuck
you know,
off?
that
Kansas
they're in
City.
What
everyone,
teams need to fuck off?
John, I don't know if you know this right now, but everyone in the nation hates Kansas City football.
That's easy.
And
Yeah.
it wouldn't be so bad if, for one, if Pat wouldn't have fucking flopped onto the sideline when he got
Oh
touched.
my god.
Like,
They didn't
I
call a
think
penalty
that's-
then.
I
Here we
know,
go.
but it's
Yeah.
like it's because he knows. It's the gamesmanship.
Allen
that
does it
he
all the
knows.
fucking
Yeah,
time. You know
I
what I'm
saw
saying?
a
So-
great compilation of Allen doing it all the
Yeah.
time.
Where are the
It's-
Vikings
all
right
the
now?
smart quarterbacks will do that
Done.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
gamesmanship
Over.
Okay,
for
who
sure.
beat 'em?
What I really hate that Allen
But-
does a lot is
Yeah, I don't
he's so
care.
fucking big when he gets going down and he
I don't
does a
remember.
fake slide.
Are the
They're
Packers
supposed to
out?
flag him for
Yeah,
that.
Okay,
yeah. There's only 4 teams left
Yeah, he
Who?
totes the line on whether it,
I'm
did he
assuming
just like do a
Chiefs.
hezzy,
Chiefs?
but it's always like
versus
hezzy
Bills
like that.
this weekend,
Okay.
and Philly and Commanders.
Beat me the
Washington
Comranders.
Commies.
And the Lions beat the Vikings, right?
Man, you got the Cinderella story,
yeah.
Commanders.
I believe it's pronounced Comranders.
Comranders.
That was a
I'm
game I
making fun
wasn't
of you,
surprised
Lane.
the Commanders won.
Fine.
It was a shootout, and
I would
yeah.
love the Commanders to win it all.
Just so you can
I just
justify
don't
and call
know.
them Comranders
I
at
mean,
one
Philly's
time.
defense is pretty good. That's the only thing that
They are
and-
so
Hey, I need a beer,
powerful
honey.
on both lines.
We got a baby.
And then their Saquon, obviously, like they're so good at pushing people
Saquon's
off
dope.
the line and getting to the second level. And as soon as they block on the second level, he's got a great chance of taking to the house. No thanks, Petunia.
What? Give my name right, bitch.
it's yeah, you're gonna see a lot of points. Like Washington's not really known for stuff in the run. They've got a decent front seven. Like Payne there in the middle is really, really good. Each team has a good D
been there
line
so
overall.
long.
But yeah, I know, right? The Ron Payne.
God, they had at one point like 4 guys starting that were first round picks, I think, a few years back, and I think
Yeah,
maybe a
it's 'cause they
5th
were
guy
so
came off
bad
the
for
bench.
so long. Yeah, well,
But they
to be
never
fair,
had a
the
dominant
Niners-
line.
The
Like,
Niners were like that
Space
because we were
guy.
bad for so long, and then Harbaugh racked up some first round draft picks. Suddenly, our whole front seven on defense was fucking first round draft picks. Anyway,
Was
but,
he there
like,
when they
Washington
made the trade
was
with
kinda the
Alex
same
Smith
thing.
and the Chiefs?
Let him get it out.
Was he there when they
Harbaugh?
traded Alex Smith to the Chiefs?
Yeah,
Okay.
Harbaugh was. Yeah,
Harbaugh was.
he traded him.
Speaking
for,
of John
because-
Lynch, the GM, he was after all the Harbaugh
no,
stuff, right?
Lynch
Talking
wouldn't have been
inside
there.
baseball here,
Trent Baalke
guys.
was the current.
We are-
Is that the guy that got fired
ex-
from the Jags?
Jaguars guy. Yeah, they fired him because every coach that came out to interview was like, "No, I don't want to work for that guy." And so Khan finally fucking fired him like weeks after
What-
they
what do you-
fired his coach.
What do you think about Scott Frost going back to
know.
UCF?
Isn't that dope? That's a good redemption story right there, man.
If he survives,
Did you bring beer, Ryan?
I did not bring beer.
Baby beer?
I was late to the party today, so I did not stop for
most
Is it
definitely
Wonder
have a
Bear?
Modelo in the fridge.
Quarters?
I also forgot that. So I realized that about half the way here. I was like,
You're the
fuck's
guest
sake.
though, so you know.
I know. I always like to make sure I have
You're supposed to
stuff
bring
on me.
shit.
I know. It's always nice to be
No,
able to
the
crack one. Thank
exact
you.
opposite.
But thank you for the beer.
You're
Guest doesn't bring anything. We ask them on the spot awkward questions. We know we've talked about this.
Yeah, but he's already gotten all those. So did you do a lot of instant messaging in high school?
No, they didn't have that when I was in high school.
Bullshit.
MSN Messenger.
You're like
wasn't a
mine.
thing?
Wait,
AOL,
AOL?
Messenger.
how old are you?
I'm 42.
Dude, yeah, you absolutely had AOL Instant Messenger. I know because I was
When
on
I was
tail
in
end of it.
college, kinda.
You never
No.
once used MSN Messenger.
So you're 5 years older than I am.
You didn't have an MSN account.
It's Yahoo.
Yahoo.
I did a bit
Trillium?
in 2001.
An MSN
on my-
account
on my-
or Hotmail.
No, not that. No.
Don't insult the man.
But
Sorry,
I
not
did
everyone
early
had a
on, like
Hotmail.
on MSN. MSN, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But that
Oh,
was I was
college.
out of high school though.
Yeah.
See,
So when you say a kid, like no, I was a young adult by the time I had started. I was a college student when
started-
that shit came out.
I found
So in
as soon as we
2001,
got-
you were in college.
Yeah. Like when
Yeah, I
September
was-
11th happened, I was in Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah,
like
ninth grade.
that sentence took a real turn that came right back on.
was like Manhattan,
dude. Like,
Kansas.
what? How have I never heard this?
I'm glad you caught that.
Shit, dude.
I did it. I didn't.
Woo.
That's great.
All right, yeah, I was me. I did that. Oh fuck. Wait.
You're
so
welcome.
wait. So
Where
how the
were
hell-
you?
So I guess where were you? When those so
Wait.
okay, so that tracks ish, I guess, because I went to college in 2007. I should have gone in 2000. When did you guys start college?
05. That's when I graduated high school.
Yeah, I know when I was at
Maybe I was a
K-State,
year
I
behind
was
or
using
something.
some form of chat. I just can't remember what
Like carrier
it
pigeon
was.
and
Yeah, whatever.
Signal
You're not
Soft-
talking about like chat rooms.
But like,
You do
yeah,
chat,
where
you
it,
chat
like,
room.
it was a chat
I
room.
never
Like
chat
you would
rooms.
just scroll and you'd see like, oh, like
Well,
that
that-
looks like a fun chat room, and you just like hop in there and be like, hey guys,
Yeah.
and ASL,
That would've-
whatever.
And then
like,
it would just
You
end
were in
up
high
with
school for
everybody
that.
being like,
that's how.
fuck you.
Yeah, something like
Sure,
that.
sure,
Oh,
sure.
you're from
Yeah.
Nebraska? Fuck off. Oh, another dude? Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, like, got
Yeah.
those a lot.
Interesting.
Mostly.
It's fun. It's
Okay.
fun. Good times.
Huh. Interesting, because we started because earlier Lane was talking about his first girlfriend was an AOL girlfriend or MSN girlfriend.
MSN
excuse me.
Messenger.
Interesting.
motherfucker.
I
Yeah.
did have.
It's very
I
progressive.
did have one
I
of
talked to her in
those
person too.
where
Like,
I
we
talked
were-
to a girl that was
love.
from Denton, Texas. You know, nothing happened, but like for whatever reason, we talked every day.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I was like, you know, seeing girls in college at the same time, but for whatever reason, like, yeah.
I'm
Talked
gonna
to her all
okay,
the
but I'm
time.
gonna ask you this really seriously though.
Okay.
What was your MySpace handle?
I didn't have MySpace.
Really?
Never had a MySpace.
Oh wow.
It was straight to Facebook.
Shoot, yeah, and I was even late, kind of.
Friendster?
I want to say late to the party,
Ooh,
but I didn't
Friendster.
join Facebook until probably like 09, 08 or 09.
No, that's
So I was sort of late because
Yeah.
everyone around me was on fucking
well,
Facebook.
yeah, because it was first. It was for college and
yeah,
high school.
and I was
then
kind of out of college by the time that happened.
Sure.
So, but yeah, everyone had a Facebook.
But you didn't have a MySpace.
What about you? You had a MySpace? I
Yeah,
didn't.
Of course.
They had handles.
I always heard
yeah,
about
I think
MySpaces.
MySpace
I don't
came
remember
out
my
in like
MySpace
05
handle.
or
I thought
something.
MySpace
I
was
just-
just.
Probably
I never
remember
had a
that.
computer.
Oh.
So there was no, you didn't do that on your cell phone then either. So like, I just never
Yeah.
did.
So what were you?
I was broke. Like, computers.
You just used you used phones.
Well,
One of those.
other
people.
or other
Phones and the
people's
radio.
phones, or other people's computers.
Landlines.
Yeah.
School computers.
Sure.
You know, because you could log into yourself like on a school laptop or
Did you play
like library.
Oregon Trail?
RuneScape. Oh,
Yeah, and in fact, I remember in
That's
fourth
old
grade.
as shit.
Yeah, because I
That's
thought
not-
he would have been older when he did
Yeah.
it.
Oregon
So
Trail
in
1 or
fourth
2.
grade, no, the OG.
Okay, I played 2. That's
So,
way better. Way better.
I remember in fourth grade there was a schedule, so like you could play like 30 minutes at a time. You got to sit there during the day, and like the whole class got a 30-minute like.
Yeah. Oh, the allocated time.
Sit down.
slot. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So yeah, I played a lot of
But
that.
you were in
I
like
only
fourth-
got my time once through all of grade school, and I remember exactly how it went.
Dude,
Finally get to go. I sit down, and it has you like do your characters. I play the OG as well. With your skills, and,
Yeah.
and you pick all certain utensils you can bring or whatever. And first thing that happens, I lose a wagon wheel. First move, lose a wagon wheel, get bit by a rattlesnake. The people leave me behind, and I died. First move. And the teacher looks and goes, guess your time's up.
Wow.
I played for like
Dang.
2, maybe 3 minutes.
Wow. That's
Fantastic.
I feel like that was like if any new player, that's what happens immediately. To any new
I've
player.
never had that.
No, I remember it happening to me as well.
So allocated computer time.
But
I
I
was
would
thinking
also play
about
a lot more.
in like I think it was 6th grade. This was like right when they got a color
Yeah.
dot matrix printer. So still those printers.
yeah. Thanks for the soundbite.
You're welcome. And they go, you can print whatever you want. I'm like, okay. And it's just word processing, so I couldn't print. Obviously what I would now print.
Yeah.
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 So I go, okay. So we just did a history chapter of something. So I started printing off just like World War II like information, but it just wouldn't stop. And the teacher didn't know how to stop it without turning it off. For some reason, back in the day, you couldn't use the power button on your computer. I don't know if you guys grew up with this bullshit, but like to turn the computer on and off, you go to the
There's a back switch.
the circuit breaker, surge protector. You turn it off, turn the plug off, at the power strip. You don't turn. I don't understand why.
No, there's always switches on computers. Every computer's always had a switch.
I understand that, but you're not supposed to turn it off by by holding it to turn it off. You're supposed to go and cut the power, and then you turn the power back on and turn it on when you want to turn it on. So she was under the impression, she was an old school teacher too. So she was under the impression that if she unplugged this thing, it would just break. So that fucker ran the entire day. I mean, from I think I got my first thing 8 or 9 something in the morning, and it just
How
all
many
like
pages was
whatever stack.
I would have assumed it would have ran out
Wow.
of paper.
It did, but she couldn't stop it.
So you just hosted
So
another
just kept
box.
putting another box. Yeah, so reams of paper.
Wow.
What's fucked up is I didn't put page by page. I printed it out so it's like the full page, like one word or like one letter per page or something like that. It's a massive amount. So it's like, the works of Shakespeare, but one word per page type of shit.
That's fucked up.
I
How is that impossible, John?
just told you. It goes until it can't goes no more. And she wasn't going to unplug it because she thought she'd break it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me.
Fuck, that was funny.
Well, I don't know. I went to a lot of poor schools, country schools, so we got grants. I realized
Oh,
all
you
the
had
time.
slates, slate and chalk?
Yeah. No, because we were a poor school. No, that shit was in the basement.
Yeah.
There's
No.
this is what we used to have. Now we have all this nice shit upstairs. But we had a computer when I was in kindergarten, and it was fucking nice ass Mac.
Was it all the one with the colored back?
No, it was even before that. It was the first
Remember
ever.
those in high school.
Mac
or
2
color,
or
yeah.
I remember those came out. Our school got them. I was at a brand new school.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the journalist class gal had them at my school.
Nice.
Otherwise, you had all the dopey ass Dells or whatever that everyone had.
Hey, man.
You walk
Dell
by
had
class
one
or
of
the
the
house and you see
best
it in the window and you
ad
just look for a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
But I just very
Gateway.
clearly remember both of the teachers at the school had no clue what to do with this computer.
Oh, man,
at
that's
all.
funny.
And just
It's like Zoolander.
How do
they
you
start
turn it
hitting
on?
No, yeah, basically. And I
What do I do with this
Yeah,
thing with the cord
they're like, it's
coming
called a
from it?"
mouse, but we're gonna call it a turtle.
We're gonna make it
fucking
fun for
cowabunga.
us.
really weird. And eventually, some of the kids all helped really put it together and figured some loading
funny.
games out and shit. Yeah,
That's all they did is just put games on it.
Yeah, we load games on it. What else would you do with it?
Do you guys have
You
the
didn't
old
have internet
8-inch
back
floppies
then.
discs? Is that
Oh,
what you're
yeah.
using?
Yeah, sure.
Mine.
For some
That's how you
reason-
played Oregon Trail.
Well, see, for some reason, at my elementary school, for some reason, one grade, 5th grade, we had the newer computer. We had Oregon Trail 2 and 3.5-inch floppy disks. And then the next year, for some reason, the 6th graders had the old Mac with the 8-inch floppy disk, and I'm going, what the fuck is going on here? I mean, what the fuck? And so it downgraded, but it was weird. My introduction to computers was modern technology, and then I had to regress and then print off
I mean,
all sorts of World War II information.
they seemed like they were both relevant at the time, though. They were
Sure.
both used
Well,
for quite a
hell,
while.
most nuclear silos still run off of 8-inch floppy disks.
Hey,
This
you know
is true.
what's- You know what's kind of funny though, how quickly you went from those floppy disks and doing things on a computer till all of a sudden you're in science class and the teacher pulls out a laser disc in 1999. You're like, what the
Laser
fuck is
disc.
a laser disc?
Fuck
And
yeah.
it's literally a record-sized CD. It went into this
I hate-
player, and that gave you like high definition science.
It's uncompressed digital video. It's way better than DVD.
Yeah.
But
Laserdisc.
I would
It was
rather
cool
have
shit.
a less little. Well, of course, the TVs at the time it wouldn't fucking matter.
From 89
But-
to 99. That's what we were doing.
Then my
Like,
dad's buddy had
I've never
laser
seen a
discs
Laserdisc.
for
Really?
movies. He had
Yeah.
a big collection of movies. So
on
anytime we were
Laserdisc?
over there, like, yeah, he'd put laser disc movies on for my brother.
Oh,
and I.
yeah. Like, for all intents and purposes, the definition for that time was like, it wasn't DVD. There weren't DVDs yet. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
But-
like the fact that they were the size of a record.
I fucking love that.
I
It
also
just, like, was like
remember
quarter-inch
a
thick,
teacher
heavy as
telling
fuck.
us that the DVD had all the words written on it.
Hmm.
So tiny. And the lasers were reading it. Or it wasn't like a DVD, it was like a computer.
Man, that's some good weed.
Wikipedia or
Oh
something.
fuck! Well, yeah,
And
but
I
she
just
had to.
remember, like,
I mean-
this lady is insane. There's no way that is true. And as a
Well,
kid, without like the
maybe-
internet or anything, I didn't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, but maybe she knew
But-
how tape worked, and she was just like trying to, or records, and
No,
trying to
I
like.
just don't think none of them knew what to do with the computer.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
God
It
damn,
kind
that's
of always
funny.
made me think of like that South Park scene where the guy's reading the book about like run DOS. Now what the hell does that mean? And they're just like over there playing World of Warcraft or
yeah,
something.
that's right.
It's not World of Warcraft.
Open, yeah, they're playing Call of Duty. Oh no,
Is it-
yeah, playing Call of Duty.
Is
I
Call of
think.
Duty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Open, yeah. Word, just create new folder. No one the hell will do that. I fucking love that when Matt confused Mackie.
That was our teachers.
The
That's
sex
what-
ed one.
Yeah.
Where it's like the penis goes in. Where does this damn thing go?
Now, what did I do with that damn thing? All right. So Derek, what are we talking
what
about
we talking
tonight?
We
Lane,
could
you
shut the
had something
sports
on
off.
here you called
have-
Mr. Burns Style. It's a story with the title "Smart Dust is being released to supposedly reduce global warming."
Smart
Oh,
dust.
okay. So they're a particulate in the atmosphere,
It's from
like
a website
in the
called
Matrix.
It's a particle in the
ovniologia.com.
atmosphere. Right. Liven.
Isn't it a science
Yeah.
It's
experiment?
under Western and West.
Yes, it is a
mysteries and
science.
conspiracies, and the rest of the links on the show or on this website are all like UFO news, UFO
What's the
cases,
website?
UFO curiosities.
What's the website?
I just told you it was like ovniologia.com.
That sounds super legit.
Yeah, that sounds something that'll give you Alzheimer's or
OV9.
cancer.
That's what they talk about. Democratic governments polluting the planet under the pretense of saving the world from climate change. Smart dust allegedly being released into the skies to block sunlight and mitigate global warming may actually represent a controversial plan that impacts not only the atmosphere but also soil, plants, animals, humans.
This sounds like a Wiki World News type of website.
It sounds pretty crazy,
It
Lane.
sounds
There's
like
a
what
picture of a
they're doing.
plane that's
Sounds
just
like
like
fake.
burning fuel.
That's wild.
I don't know if this. I don't think this is a
They're,
real
they're
website.
say.
definitely.
I mean, it's a
running-
website, but
They're
Well, it's
running
smart
these
dust.
experiments on the atmosphere. There's been other times that they've done this as well.
Am I going to start
in other
seeing that
countries.
on a commercial with
here's
some
the
catchy
creepy
fucking
part
song?
of this. This is
Smart
like the new
dust.
chemtrails, but like on steroids. It says that the cutting edge technology is comprised of micro electromechanical systems, or MEMs, including sensors, robots, and tiny devices integrated into the Internet of Things and the Internet of Bodies ecosystems.
What the what?
So you can be
well,
like breathing that in and have little government robots inside you.
Yeah, they thought they'd do that with the vaccine too.
Sensors.
So
Fucking nanobots and shit.
The AI will take us over.
Well, it
Then we'll
happens.
become real.
You know, I
ants.
think I'll pass. I like old school, kind of like just
Classic chemtrails.
classic chemtrails. Yeah,
Yeah.
smart. I'll
But
pass.
this is something they're doing in the name of
this
preventing
doesn't look
global
legit.
warming.
They're making. I think they're making. Taking the piss out of the Matrix, where they blocked out the sun, because this website
Because
does not look
that's
legit.
what's going to happen eventually.
Yeah,
nuclear war.
no,
No,
in the Matrix.
they're already experimenting on trying to block the sun's rays
You
coming
mean
into the
the
atmosphere.
movie The Matrix.
The agents.
They
It's like
tried
such a small
when
part
they were
of it,
fighting fighting the robots. They cloud seeded and blocked out all the sun because they were solar powered.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was saying it's just a small part.
and then they
It's a
survived.
pretty important.
That's not exactly what they're trying to do here. They're just
Yeah,
trying
but
to
that's
put
what it can
particulates
turn
in the
into.
atmosphere
He's saying that's
to block
to
the sun
reflect
rays.
sun.
He's saying that's just the next step.
And
It's
you
gonna
don't
start
know the
happening.
side effects of it. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm all about breathing all that silica. That's a super fucking
I'm
idea. good
against
idea.
it as
Jesus
well.
Christ.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
dumb.
saying they're
Yeah.
already doing it.
Yeah, you don't know they are.
No, I do.
No, you fucking don't. It's
This
a
is just-
goddamn
this is
conspiracy
just-
theory from Weekly World News,
This is just one article.
and you read it with your pants off.
My
So-
pants are on.
I'm reading through
At
it all
home.
right now, and I
He's
don't
just
know if
gonna
this is
dismiss
real
it.
or not. I mean, this might just be some internet shit, but supposedly Mexican government denounced this type of stuff.
Of course.
Supposedly GE, Cargill, IBM, and Cisco Systems have been leading the development of smart dust technology, backed by investment
don't
giants
say.
like Vanguard and BlackRock.
Oh, military.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Concerns about it, I'll just read the highlights. Total loss of privacy, control of planetary surfaces, because it's about damn near impossible to get rid of it once it's released. Environmental privatization. And cost. They said that the cost for it once they're deployed to keep them up and running is pretty high. It has all this communications and having to get special satellites put in orbit and whatnot and maintained. I don't know. Sounds
so
pretty
it's
crazy.
happening. So you're saying it's happening?
No, you just sent this article in. I'm
Well, yeah,
just
but
reading the article.
You just read that like BlackRock and them are doing it.
And
I mean,
Vanguard.
if you were asking for my opinion, do I think this is actually happening? I would
Lane, why
hope
don't you
not.
tell
Or
me
they've
what
been doing
Vanguard
it, and this
is?
is just tell.
Why don't you tell me what Vanguard is?
Part of the
This,
military
reading through it, I don't,
industrial
and none of this is
Defense
That's
accusing
nothing
anybody
answer.
of doing
defense
this right now.
contractor.
What do they do?
I don't even know what BlackRock does either.
BlackRock.
They do so
That's
many
Black
different
Water.
things.
Never mind. Black Water is
You know,
the
if you're
mercenaries.
so bold, you could Google it, and it'll tell you quick.
No,
you
I
could
want him
AI
to
it.
tell me. If he's going to get so
Oh,
worked
okay.
up about Vanguard and BlackRock, I want
Because
you
you
to
can-
tell me.
They
You can
do
AI
lots of
have
different
AI
things,
tell you.
but they also have nefarious reasons for doing a lot of things.
They
and they're making their own money. Or
they have their
making
own
money
lobbyists.
off of from the government, from the
It
taxpayers.
says right here, currently, many applications for smart dust are still in the
Great.
conceptual stage. So no, it's not happening.
Okay, because this article says conceptual.
It's
now
at
you
the very
believe
end of
it,
the article. It's like literally one of the last things it says.
But it tells you that they're thinking about doing it.
They have ideas of a plan.
You know, they've tested these ideas because who's going to stop them?
Fucking nobody
BlackRock
now.
and Vanguard.
Yeah.
Luigi will stop them.
Ooh,
We got to break him out.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
John's going to break
Free the
Luigi
Ouija.
out of jail.
I'm not going to do it. I'm too fat. I can't run enough.
Yeah, we need Dan for that.
Yeah. You know, you drop orgonite around the place to really clean up the thetans, and then you
Take
can
the
go.
surveillance cameras down
Yeah.
and everything. Organite.
Excellent, Sean.
All right,
Thanks.
All right, how about a game of Name That State?
we can do that.
I got kind of a crazy one here. Let me make sure the words I can't read to you. All right. Early this past November, Emily James, 27, underwent
name.
a most unusual, expensive $17,000 body-altering surgery.
Ooh, damn.
The trans woman had 6 ribs removed from her rib cage in order to achieve a smaller waist.
California.
Let me read this last sentence before I read a little bit more after your guesses. The recovery gave her plenty of time to think about what she wanted to do with the extra ribs.
Oh no.
Oh,
The
no.
hospital let her keep them.
Nice.
I saw
California?
a picture of him.
Yeah, stand by
is
it.
it is in states, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oregon.
California.
You
Well,
can't,
you already
both-
guessed California.
can't double dip.
If somebody
now.
gets it, I'll let you know
You can't
immediately.
double dap the double dip. You can't double.
So I have to guess wrong?
We get more guesses. We get more guesses.
Yeah, it's multiple rounds till we get
I
it
just
right.
said I'll let you know as soon as you get it. Nobody's got it.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh. Well then, shoot. It's, Nevada.
Yeah. Oh.
All right.
Actually,
You're all
Yeah,
wrong.
wait. What'd you say?
Ryan's
I said,
closest
Oregon.
geographically.
Oh.
And it's still not
right.
that close to it.
Texas.
Let me read some more,
Yeah,
goddammit.
dude.
Yeah, Texas. It's got to be Texas.
Oh yeah, because they're super progressive down there. Yeah.
All right.
There,
Wow.
Yes.
Some of her
Houston.
options seemed
Austin.
limitless.
Austin.
Here's were some of her ideas. Make them in the dog toys. boil them down for broth, and have an Emily barbecue.
Oh.
That's fucked up.
That's wild.
I'll try that.
But she decided not to
want
go with the
that.
cannibalistic stuff, and she came up with the perfect project. I plan on having someone make a crown and like incorporate my bone pieces in there, she said. Getting my ribs removed doesn't change the fact that I'm kind, loving trans girl. It's my money, my body, and I'm going to do with it what I want.
Clearly.
Yas, queen.
Denver, Colorado.
Yes, queen.
Dude, I would
think
have.
that's how that
I would
goes.
absolutely wear a crown made of my own ribs. That's fucking metal as
Yeah.
fuck.
That is pretty metal as
I'm-
fuck.
That is the most metal thing I've ever heard.
I'm gonna stick with Texas.
Dude,
Colorado, Texas. They're all wrong.
oh,
New Mexico.
No.
Dang.
We get one more
Missouri.
round here. Let me see if I can give you a hint.
oh.
And this hint might give you the
I got
city even.
No.
If I preempt it, can I
This
get double
team
points?
will be represented in the NFL Conference Championships this weekend.
Kansas.
Kansas?
Oh, New York.
New York?
Yeah, because I was gonna say New York because, you know, how liberal can you
Ryan's
get?
just like, what the fuck, John? You obviously don't watch football.
You said Bills.
I did.
Oh, yeah, it's New York State.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Philadelphia.
Philly.
It's happened in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh. Right there in the barbecue heartland.
Yeah. Well, and then
Really?
she was doing a barbecue
why-
idea.
Was she a Kansas
That
fan?
should have been the.
I have no idea, man.
Honestly, that should have been the
Huh.
tip.
Yeah,
She's
big
probably a
giveaway.
Chiefs fan.
Yeah, 100%.
Or they're probably a Chiefs fan.
No, she said she's a she, so you know. That honestly, that doesn't surprise me. Most Chiefs fans have some sort of weird thing going on.
Yeah, they
you know.
steal stuff or they take their ribs out
Or they
of their
like
body.
die in the middle of like just hanging out in the backyard.
Oh yeah, the whole dying after like getting what is that?
They were
Like-
outside for hours.
yeah, they had fentanyl in their system.
Oh,
they
that's
just
right.
like
There was drugs
they just like
involved.
plopped in the backyard and then froze to death.
Finally passed out.
I can't believe somebody just had their fucking ribs removed. Disgusting. It's gotta feel weird. You're gonna have some crazy fucking.
I remember my
scarring.
freshman year of high school when everyone was like, "Have you heard about Marilyn
That's
Manson?"
my first thought was Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn
Yeah.
Manson. He took his 2 ribs out on the bottom so he could suck his own dick.
I don't know why that started.
That's great.
And
though.
then this
Probably you
dude's
heard that
dad.
too, and we
Because
heard it like 5 years later.
because
This
that- well,
dude
no,
in my class
it was,
carried around a album like every day would be sitting there reading that book from that album like
Well, there's that video where he's got
fucking
the
whack
tits.
job.
I think that's probably why they thought about because he's doing like old. He wore the bodysuit with tits and no dick. Maybe that's that whole thing
I
stemmed
don't
from.
know. Either way.
I mean, I don't know if that's what it stems from.
Well, I don't
That
know
was a
because I
rumor.
never listened to Marilyn Manson, but I heard that shit in like.
I think Manson
fifth
was also
grade.
just weird as fuck. to
Well,
be
yeah, well,
weird
yeah.
as fuck,
That
you
was
know?
back when Manson did like stuff nowadays. Would be like,
well, yeah.
okay.
Dude, he was getting
you'd
sued
get like
for
1,000 views on TikTok for the shit Marilyn Manson did.
Rose McGowan was
Now,
like suing the shit
you know.
out of him. I think no.
No, that was
it was not
Evan-
Rose McGowan.
Evan Rachel Wood.
Yes,
Evan Rachel
Evan
Wood.
Rachel Wood. Thank
Yeah,
you.
with the brutal the violent wand where she'd shock her sniz. Dude, like it's
What?
basically it's a cattle prod
I'm
basically.
so glad
cattle
I swallowed
prod
that
her sniz?
drink of beer down by the time you had got that out.
Only
Fuck.
John always talks about stuff like that.
Fucking
It's in the
shocking
fucking
the
lawsuit.
sneeze.
Jesus. Man.
Yeah, so
It's
Marilyn
true
Manson
though.
was like
Evan
40
Rachel Wood's
something.
into that shit.
Wow, she was into
No,
it.
no,
huh?
no, no. Marilyn
Derek, you
Manson
give
was
me a
into
beer?
that.
Well, yeah.
She was just going on
she
because
kinda
she was
wasn't.
18.
That's right. Yeah.
Marilyn Manson was in his 40s dating
You know
Evan
what?
Rachel Wood.
That
Was
dude-
18.
I bet
Who's
Marilyn.
this lady? Why is
Evan
that name?
Rachel
Have you
Wood,
ever
she's
seen
a
the movie
Westworld.
13?
She's from Westworld.
I haven't
main
seen
chick in
either of
Westworld.
that.
13 was a.
She has a
Oh,
bunch of
thank you,
stuff.
sir. Her claim to fame, dude. She got famous from this movie 13. She played a. She was probably 16 at the time, playing a 13-year-old that was kind of rebelling a bit, and had got to be friends with another girl that was a year older, and was getting her to do all this crazy shit. And by the end of the movie, you do not want to have a girl when you're trying to have a kid. Like, that was my takeaway. I think that movie came out when I probably 2002, maybe 2000 in that range.
It sounds familiar.
But she was absolutely like
Oh, okay, yeah, 2003. Sorry.
she was an absolute
she was-
sweetheart
oh.
at the start, and then by the end of it, she was like trying to hit on the adult neighbor like who's out mowing his lawn. He's like a fit cat, and they're like over there trying to seduce him, and they get inside with him and like entrap him a little bit, and it just gets fucking wild. Starts with like smoking cigarettes, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know, fucking with a dude's life, trying to get him arrested for sexual assault of a minor and shit. Like,
Wow.
yeah,
she's in 8 episodes of True Blood, so you may have seen her there.
yeah.
I never watched True Blood.
Yeah, you did. Oh, I'm thinking Vampire Diaries. I'm sorry.
I was forced to
fucking
watch
thing.
that.
It was one of those 2 movies I saw around that time frame. That one and Kids.
Oh, she's in Kids?
No, but have you seen
Oh,
Kids?
yeah.
I watched that and 13 at a roughly about the same time
So
period.
it's kind of similar?
like,
Because that's what I was actually thinking
well,
about.
it does kind of it gives you that vibe because it's about a young teenager who's just absolutely like 180ing and dumping like her life down the shitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like it's kind of in that same vein where it's like a lot of shock value where you're like, wow, that's a 13-year-old doing that shit. What the fuck? You
Yeah.
know?
So
Well,
she was
especially
in.
Super suggestive
It's
stuff.
kind of like Euphoria
like-
nowadays.
There's she was in some 5-minute video in 2007 called Marilyn Manson Heart-Shaped Glasses. So maybe that's how she met him. I'm assuming that's how the contact is.
Probably.
Now, asking for a friend, how ripped does one have to be to attract 13-year-olds? Asking for a friend.
He was just a fit dude. I wasn't trying to give the inflection that it was just some, pudge.
She was also
Mowing-
just on the
mowing lawn.
downhill slope.
He was probably, it was kind of like, he may have been like, I can't remember. He may have been like a teen, like an older, like
All right,
18-year-old.
it's a dumb fucking joke. Yes, and you.
Yeah.
You sure about
Sure about that?
You sure about that?
All right, anyway, that
All right, let's
joke
guess
kinda-
another state here.
Yeah.
Thanks
Let's
for
cue some
grenading my
music.
joke, Ryan.
Yeah, my bad. That whole thing bombed.
Wrong one.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
We took us down the rabbit hole of 13 and kids. My bad.
All right. A
How much time
12-year-old
can you give for
boy.
statutory?
12-year-old boy was charged with joyriding, operating a motor vehicle without a license, carrying a concealed weapon, and possession of marijuana on January 12th.
Atlanta.
The boy's parents contacted the county sheriff and they realized their 2000 Chevy Blazer was missing, saying their son had taken it. So this dude's just cruising down the street and like thugging out. Had guns and
He's a
weapons
thug?
and drugs.
He's a thug?
I don't know.
thug, yeah.
There's no picture.
He had weapons too?
He's a minor. Didn't release any names. 12-year-old.
But he has weapons.
Oh, 12.
Or
Yeah.
just drugs.
Yeah, he had weapon. Concealed weapon.
I mean, Georgia, but Atlanta, Georgia.
New York.
Omaha.
I wish
Guess.
it was Omaha.
Good guess. I was thinking Lincoln.
Let's see. I'll give you guys a hint. So they play in the same conference as the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Iowa.
Let me read more.
Doesn't help me.
They had tracked their progress south into this county, where deputies were alerted to be on the lookout. By the time he was stopped, he had driven more than 90 miles, and officers found a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun and ammunition, along with weed, but said there's no indication he planned to use the gun. He did tell deputies he was unhappy at home.
Well, Lane, you going to stick with Iowa?
Because I think you might be right.
Illinois.
Okay, Iowa.
Yeah.
You're both wrong.
Fuck!
John's the closest geographically, I think.
I don't have my next guess ready. So.
Missouri.
Minnesota.
Missouri.
It's
Going
Michigan.
Huh?
You guys
Damn
are
it.
doing bad.
Oh, Detroit.
My next guess. Yeah.
Grand Traverse County.
That's right.
Yeah, because I know all the counties in Michigan.
Yeah,
Traverse
doesn't mean
is-
anything to me.
It's probably near Detroit.
It sounds like a lakes thing.
It sounds
Like,
like a very
there's
Detroit
a
thing to
town called
do.
Traverse City, Michigan. So I wonder.
I
if
think
I
of
remember.
Traverse,
Yeah.
Traverse City.
Yeah. I said it
Traverse.
Traverse, but probably because I used to drive a Traverse.
Don't you
So that's how I-
Traverse something though?
Traverse.
No, that's crevasse.
You
Crevasse.
traverse a crevasse.
No,
Crevasse.
a traverse or crevasse.
Crevasse?
But you can just step over a crevice.
Yeah. I think that's how that goes.
A crevasse is a big crevice.
When does it become trespassing?
I don't. Trespass. You got to be British for that one.
Sure.
All right, we'll do at least one more here. Cue
All
up the
right.
music.
Whoops.
Nobody has won anything yet.
Get those fingers right, son.
we got to get this thing going.
I won
All
New
right.
York, didn't I? Oh, no.
Police
that's Kansas
arrested a Kentucky man. This did not happen
Kentucky!
in Kentucky. Early on the morning of January 12th for a suspected hit-and-run incident. Frank Falcone, 62, told officers that he was driving northbound when another car coming southbound came toward him with the high beams on. The lights disturbed Falcone because of the brightness and potential radiation, he said. So he rammed the other car. When it was stopped, he allegedly rammed it at least 2 more times. Falcone then fled the scene and told officers he evaded people because they can impersonate cops. He was arrested on suspicion of assault with deadly weapons.
Florida.
It's not Florida.
I mean,
Georgia.
how the hell is that not Florida?
Not Georgia.
Dang it.
Ohio.
There's clearly some
Not Ohio.
bath salts.
None of you guys are close.
Are we rapid firing?
Fine.
Oregon.
No.
Utah.
Okay, so that's
California.
Okay, California. No, asshole. You can't. No. Okay, we've all had 2 guesses now. Who's anything close?
Dakota.
What'd you say last time?
California was the last one. Florida's my first one.
California is it.
God, I said it before him.
Yeah, but that was your third.
I said we're rapid fire guessing now.
Nope.
And I started.
No, but you said whatever you said before that. So no, fuck you. I win.
I feel like that was tainted. He just took his illegal guess.
I said California as you were saying California. No, that's bullshit because you had an illegal guess. Fuck you.
All right. Congratulations, John.
Thank you. This means a lot. Thank you. Okay, now it feels
Good
pandering.
job.
Now it feels sarcastic.
Good job.
That seems real sarcastic. I don't
Yeah.
appreciate it. You're just mad at me because I didn't want to talk about football. So
That's
you know
fair.
what?
No, I don't care. I don't care about that. We can talk about anything.
Here's an interesting topic. Have you guys heard about the Contraception Begins at Erection Act?
Oh fuck.
What?
Well, yes, I'm a murderer.
Erection?
Is that what Iraq's?
Yeah, a new bill
about?
called Contraception Begins at Erection Act was just filed in
Can we-
Mississippi.
I was gonna say we guessed the. That's a perfect
man.
guess. The state. Come
We
on.
could have guessed in that. We probably
And
could
I
have guessed
probably
that in
would've
4
guessed,
tries,
Alabama.
3 tries.
Have you been watching the Indiana?
Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi. Either or. Sorry.
Have
They're
you been paying attention to what Indiana's doing right now? Right now, like
they're
today.
also very rednecky.
They have gone hard. Project 2025. They have introduced like a dozen anti-rights bills for anyone who isn't a white guy.
Well, that's because
It's
there's.
fucking insane.
Do you know there's still pockets of KKK in
Oh,
Indiana?
fuck,
right?
yeah, dude.
Okay, yeah. Even in
Oh
this day.
God.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Derek
So
has
this
a,
is
has a
surprising. It's
thing.
not Indiana.
So this is tell you about the act here. To define terms to provide that it shall be unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo. To provide for criminal penalties, to provide certain exceptions, and for related purposes. So then they have a little summary here. So this bill, known as the Contraception Begins at Erection Act, proposes to be made unlawful for a person to discharge genetic material or sperm without the intent to fertilize an embryo. So right there, that makes me think that unless you're procreating, you're not allowed to have sex. So you don't have
Hold on.
like the sex police kicking down your door.
You said this is Missouri, Mississippi.
Put down your erection.
Mississippi.
Is it Mississippi?
Mississippi. Hold on. Here's a loophole though. They're trying to, inseminate an embryo from a.
You can't even
sheep.
jerk off. It's effectively you're criminalizing
What?
certain male reproductive behaviors, jerking off. The legislation establishes a graduate fine structure for violations, starting with a $1,000 penalty for a first offense, escalating to $5,000 for second and $10,000 for third or subsequent offenses.
Yeah, they're trying to get you to fuck more sheep.
Well, okay, so the bill includes 2 key exceptions: genetic material donated or sold to a facility for future embryo fertilization, and genetic material
Spank bang.
discharged using a contraceptive method intended to prevent fertilization.
What?
Because you got to be able to
Well,
monetarily
you can-
gain from something.
you can
So
So
you can't legally
Spank bang.
jerk off.
You can skirt the law by just jacking off an ice tray, just put it back
What
in the
if you
freezer.
bust
I'm
a
saying
nut
this.
in a
So
girl's
here's the thing,
mouth?
all they're saying is if you want to jerk
Come
off,
in ass.
you better go just try to
can't
make
come
some
in
money
mouth.
while you're doing it.
Yeah.
You can't jerk
basically.
off onto a girl.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
just
can't
gotta-
jerk off into a sock or a toilet
You got to jerk off into a
or
tiny
shower.
cup.
So
They
it's
just
ja-
want
so
you
it's-
jerking
I mean,
off in a little
it's,
cup.
it's Bible Belt like that. What do you? I'm not. What are you surprised? It's not gonna like pass.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's
So it begins enforcement July 1st, 2025
Hey,
in the state of Mississippi.
business idea. We start selling those little fucking plastic cups, and we sell them in Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
There we go. We
So-
just get some
Well, you gotta have a
contracts.
little lid on it so you can freeze it though. Right.
Right.
Away.
So
Yeah, the
we
freezer
just
cups, yeah.
make sure we develop a lid that's
can
like far superior
put
to
your
other
dick in,
lids.
kind of.
Yeah, it's like ergonomic to your dick. You don't even have to take it off.
Dude,
you just stick it in
no,
there.
you can
Wham bam.
Dude, retrofit to a fleshlight endorsement
Yeah.
deal.
Boom.
Boom.
Business deal.
Fucking-
Look at Dano.
But you have to have some sort of business papers that say you're saving this to sell your
Yeah.
sperm.
So
or
basically, get with
something.
Fleshlight. What's it?
And then you collect and refrigerate sperm, or genetic
develop
material
the cup that
discharge.
can twist onto the end of the Fleshlight, so you can sell the Fleshlight. Everybody buys the Fleshlight. They go, oh, well, how about this jack off cup for free? And they get used to the little jack off cup because they have to use it.
You
and
just
then
call
you
it the
start charging them for the
EDC.
jack off cup.
The ejaculate dispatch cup.
Nice.
Well, they're just-
What you packing for your
you know.
EDC? Oh, this was
Yeah.
from Jameson.
It comes with like 100 pack,
Yeah.
which will last a couple
There you
weeks.
go.
There you go.
$1 million idea. Let's go
Oh,
take that Shark
that's a
Week.
light month.
Yeah.
Damn, actually, it's not a bad idea. You have to like put up like a shell or make some sort of company, sperm bank company, in that state. Start that.
Have
that way
like
you
a
can-
cartoonish sperm drop as your
Yeah.
logo guy.
So do you think there's a corporation behind this bill that's trying to push this all?
We may have just
they
backed
talk
into
about
this
that
one.
here. It says it appears to be a provocative legislative attempt to regulate male reproductive activities, and it appears to be a satirical response to a commentary on restrictive reproductive health legislation.
Oh.
So I don't think it's meant to be taken seriously. It was in response to something else that they were like, "What are we doing here? Let's just go ahead and do it all the way then if you want to do that."
I think Fleshlight's already done it. Then I think we just backed into a corporate conspiracy just now.
No, this is about women's reproductive rights getting taken away. You just read that.
No, it's about you not being able to jerk off if you don't want. If you
No,
want
but
to.
you
That's
just said it
guys'
was
fun
introduced
rights.
by people that wanted to be satirical because it's ridiculous about what
Let
women's
me follow. There's another
reproductive
link
rights
on
get
there
taken
that
away.
supposedly
That
is about
sounds
this.
like a very
Oh,
Ernie
it's-
Chambers way of going about government.
So this is an
Yeah,
actual
in a
bill.
way.
This is the bill's page.
But I imagine
In the
I
spirit
don't
of
wanna,
whole Ernie,
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably a lady with blue hair.
It's
Yeah, maybe.
That
Bradford
introduced
Blackman,
it.
Democrat.
Old lady.
so it is in
Blue
jest,
hair?
yeah. Must be.
An Ernie-esque.
Yeah, it's an Ernie-esque move. Remember when he sued God? Yeah, that pissed off a lot of Republicans in this state. That's definitely a Democratic move.
This
to
sounds
just
like a
be
bill-
an absolute shit
Yeah,
in the
just
face
take up
of.
some government.
This sounds like a
government
bill that's
time,
introduced
yeah.
by like the Satanic Temple, where their whole
Yeah.
job is just to fuck with government.
Yeah, that's a very good point too.
This might be that.
Yeah, I bet it is. Well, and they probably wrote it and just gave it. Finally they got
Yeah. Someone to go,
level.
ha! That'd be funny, and
Yeah.
put it up there because it's how ridiculous it is.
I'm sure there's a satanic.
Well, because
member in
the Satanic
Mississippi.
Temple has as a religious right. Abortions are a religious right, so Texas has no power over them.
He's not just some dude. It's a state senator.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's
brought yeah, but
Democratic
someone
state senator,
someone
yeah.
brought
Yeah.
that up and
Yeah.
brought
Don't
it
the
to
That makes
Satanists
sense.
want to
District 21.
sacrifice the fetus though?
No,
Whatever
Do
that
they
means,
get
yeah.
to keep the fetus? If they,
Jackson,
man.
Mississippi
It's
is where
the
his
religious
office
right.
is
They
at.
Ah,
keep it.
yeah.
The
But
whole
I think that's
point
the
is just to
capital
fuck
office,
with
though.
other restrictive laws.
Yeah, I know, but you go all out. And
might be
make
out
sure
of there,
you're gonna
though.
Keep the fetus.
I
You
don't
know
want
what
to see this.
baby fetuses go for?
I don't. I
Well,
don't work in the
depends.
black
Are you
market.
Gene Hackman? Oh no, Gene Hackman's fighting Christopher Reeves. That's right. South Park.
Superman?
I just
South Park.
watched a documentary on that whole shit.
What? Gene Hackman
Christopher
fighting
Reeves?
Christopher Reeves?
No.
In
Oh,
South
baby
Park?
fetuses.
Pre or post
Like-
wheelchair?
They use
No,
that shit.
And remember in South Park when Christopher Reeves starts sucking baby fetuses and he becomes Superman and Gene Hackman's gonna stop him?
Oh,
You'll never
okay.
stop me, Hackman!
Now I get
And he
it.
flips the truck and runs off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm referred to.
He has to refer everything to South Park.
I got you.
He doesn't watch.
We already talked about it
documentaries.
earlier, so
Some people watch documentaries about what they actually do with baby fetuses.
those are called conspiracy theories.
And human body parts, no less, too.
There's a
So-
huge market legally to buy that shit.
Yeah.
Stem cell research. How do you think they do it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Baby
Donated bodies.
yeah. Why don't you show me a link to that documentary there?
I think it's just aborted fetuses. Or other babies they had to scrape out.
It's one of my
because of
Stem
favorites.
cells?
They need a
Yeah.
supply.
It's actually one of my favorite death metal bands, Aborted Fetuses.
It's called Dying Fetus.
It's also just aborted, if we're going to be technical,
Well, there's also
sir.
there also is the band aborted, but
What's the most metal band name?
Infinite
Kebab?
Infant Annihilator.
What was it?
No, yeah.
Oh, Sanguicinabog? Yeah, Sanguicinabog is awesome.
Cinnamabog?
No, Sanguicinabog. I
Yeah,
talked about this. 'cause I saw him live.
Sanguicinabog, yeah.
With Cinnabog. I think you have.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
thought
yeah,
about them.
like Cannibal Corpse or
Yeah, Infant Annihilator.
Infant Annihilator. Yeah, Cattle Decapitation.
That's the
What?
cattle.
Whoa,
one.
whoa, whoa. Say that one.
No, now you're hearing UFOs. Cattle decapitation.
cattle decapitation.
Yes, it's
Yeah, that's
a
okay,
death metal band.
well,
yeah.
like he said it really fast, so it was,
My bad.
Yeah, you thought you heard cattle mutilation.
Yeah,
you
I
want to talk
did.
about aliens. That's what happened there. Just
Oh my God!
Your
Somebody
brain
should be a
just
metal
went,
band
"What?
called Cattle Mutilation,
Cattle?"
and they all dress up like
Isn't there,
aliens and
like,
play.
that'd be funny. That'd be
that
funny.
would be good.
Infinilator or no?
Infant Annihilator.
Yeah,
yeah.
Infinite
Infant
Annihilator.
Then there's
Annihilators?
Baby Butcher is like a punk
Butcher
band.
Babies.
Butcher Babies.
Yeah, and
I
that's
don't
it
know.
used to be 2 chicks. Now they're just down to 1.
Oh,
So okay, what's the most
She butchered her
punk
baby?
band punk name? What's the most punk band name?
Escuela Grind.
Turn your head and cough.
There you go.
That's a made up name.
I've had that name as a punk band name since I
Real
was in
Big.
high
I
school.
think
Yeah,
I thought
I
Real
remember
Big
that.
Fish had like an album that was like Take Your Jacket. Oh no, it was Blink 182.
Yeah, take off your pants and jacket.
Take off your pants and jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great one.
got that. That's
Say what
funny.
you want. Those
Uh,
fuckers were clever. Them and the
yeah.
butthole servers.
Oh,
Butthole
yeah.
Servers is a great punk name.
Yeah.
Who's there's who was Johnny Rotten? What was he in?
Sex Pistols.
Oh, wasn't it Rancid?
No, Rancid.
That's
I'm
something.
sorry.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Sex Pistols.
Yeah,
is
Rancid
another
was
one.
that. That's a good punk name. man.
Rancid.
I was thinking of Johnny Knoxville when you were saying that. I was so confused. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I got it now. Yeah. What else are we talking about, Derek?
Infinite Annihilator.
Not death metal band names. We're
All
gonna
right.
bore the shit out of
This is
We gotta
a
keep
local
We
going.
talked about
story.
the fucking rib sandwich.
Yes.
I want to hear it. Crown of ribs. I mean, that's some fucking Swedish bullshit there.
Yeah.
Varg burn out some churches and shit. Let's go.
Just an interesting stat. Nebraska State Patrol
Wow.
sees 134% jump in DUI arrests.
Whoa.
According
Over
to
the holidays?
NSP Sergeant David Floor, there really is no excuse to drunk driving these days.
It's true. There's Uber.
Wait, was that like last year data?
For the
or-
2023 or 2024 or something?
Or just like
This
over the
article
last
came out
month?
today.
Oh, wow.
On what? The World Herald?
Let me see here. Okay, so it says it begins with
I didn't know that was
already
funny.
this month, troopers have arrested nearly 100 people. So this month of January for driving under the influence. NSP says Omaha roads saw 134% increase in DUI arrests from 23 to 24. So we're likely to top those numbers in 2025.
Wow.
We're off to, mid 2000s numbers again.
They said that it's likely due to an increase in staffing levels in the Omaha area,
Oh, more
which allows for more traffic stops and more arrests.
Well, yeah. More cops, more arrests. More stops.
More people driving like asshats, too.
That is true. We have some terrible drivers. We need to have more cops. Places.
And they usually do a lot more patrolling at night. And, a lot of people do the stupid thing and not plate your car timely. So if there's more cops out there doing the tracking, they'll see that shit more often. Like, hey, notice your plates aren't registered there, sir.
Yeah.
License and registration.
they
What are you
have-
up to tonight?
I mean, they can pull you for anything, though. You're like, oh, you got something hanging in your rearview mirror.
Carly's mom got a breathalyzer. We were over there on Friday.
Wow.
What?
And
in her car?
the house, she's
Oh, okay. Just wanted to hang out.
yeah. We were hanging out at their houses drinking, but she has a breathalyzer.
Oh.
And she was like blown into it, and she got up to like 0.14 right before we left. But they kept trying to asking me to do it too. I never blew above a 0.01. Wow. Or not a 0.02. I think I topped out at 0.017 or 8. I think.
She gonna not let people drive if you're.
Oh, I drove home.
Well, yeah, but you're good. You're under the limit.
Yeah. I
Was that
way
like
under the limit.
one beer, basically?
Yeah, we were there. I had more than one beer, but I had like
Over
3,
hours.
maybe 4 over the course of like 4 or 5 hours, and I ate a bunch of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
They all were like, "Oh my god, you're gonna be drunk." I'm like, "You guys are all drunk. I've been chilling."
I didn't know she had a breathalyzer. She should pull that out all the time. People
That's a
that-
Carrie?
nice little party
yeah.
deal.
You know, like, hey,
Well,
you can't leave.
Somebody want to bring it at a party, be like, "Here, put your mouth all over it."
Well, she
Here,
has more
slobber on this
capsules.
so I can slobber on it
They
next.
have it. They change the capsule out every time, don't you? Or is it a shitty one?
She cleans it. I don't know.
Okay.
but
No,
I don't. I'm
never mind.
assuming it's.
I assumed it was like
Interchangeable.
she had a nice one where you could replace the cap.
When I had
Maybe you
one in
can.
my car, yeah, they would just like,
But that's for
swap
you.
it out every month.
That's for you.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
No, a portable one. Usually it's fancier. Maybe
Yeah, unfortunately, I never had anyone else try to blow into that for me. So
you never like driving. You're like, hey, blow into this.
No.
We're not gonna make it home because it'll like beep at you as you drive, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're driving long enough, it'll ask you, and then you can't turn the car off. If you turn the car off, it's a blip.
What do you mean? Oh, because it's
It
asking
count-
you to shut.
Yeah. Well, it's asking you to blow in the thing. So if you're like parking, about to go into the grocery store, and as soon as you reach for the key, and if that thing goes off, you gotta, you can't turn the key off. You gotta do
Oh.
the thing. It's kind of a bitch.
You're paranoid every time you were shutting the car off.
Yeah.
It's not gonna
For
beep
sure.
at me. It's not gonna beep at me.
Yeah, I had that happen to me. He had to like call a number or something and just be like, hey, I got caught in that time. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever.
Do they make you blow in it again?
Well, anytime you start your car, you got to, yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
think
you're
they're
talking
just-
about the one where you had to go in and like do a probation thing. Where you
Yeah.
had to blow into it.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Interlock system.
I never had to do that. Oh, you had it in your car. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But then you had to go to a place to blow into somewhere.
No.
No.
If you
No.
wanted to go anywhere.
Yeah. No. Never.
John could probably tell you a place to go blow if you want.
Woo!
My house. yeah, it's Derek's bathroom.
In the middle of our street. Oh, I'm good, thank you.
Now you're scared.
Speaking of.
John, did you bring any topics at all
No.
besides your SMS or whatever it was, MSM?
Nope.
That was a topic we talked about 2 minutes before we started recording.
He brought it up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been too distracted this week, man. I'm just oh my god. I just don't want to talk about it, but that's all I've been thinking about all fucking week.
So what's predictions for teams to make the Super Bowl for everybody?
There you go. Not the Chiefs. Or the Chiefs. I don't give a shit.
I
just
think
wanna
the
watch
Chiefs
it.
will win. There's more.
That's going to be a crazy
Vikings.
game.
It looks. It's better for the NFL. If
When
the
they
Chiefs
playing
are in the
next?
Super Bowl.
When's the Chiefs
Bills,
playing next?
Sunday.
This Sunday.
This Sunday.
What time?
What do you
So
think the
late
odds
game.
are of Daniels getting Commanders?
Oh, I bet it's bad. I bet the Eagles.
Well, the Eagles are favored.
Yeah, they were a big underdog. The
I'm
Commanders.
thinking, what do you think though? The odds of them getting there? Like, would you be
For the
shocked if
Super
they got
Bowl?
in?
Yeah, I would be really shocked. I think Philadelphia is really good. I like Hurts a lot.
Didn't the Eagles win like 3 years ago?
They
Yeah.
went and they lost.
They also won.
They won.
They
one of them.
won.
They
more
won in
like
2018, I
5.
think.
Okay. Oh.
18.
Yeah, it was recent
That's long enough. Yeah. Yeah, because it's in
18.
Philadelphia or a sunny episode.
Like if they make it, I think it's their third Super Bowl since 2018 they've made. So
First one with Hurts. No, Hurts was in the other one.
yeah, they lost to the Chiefs
Yeah.
with Hurts.
Yeah, that was like his freshman year, I think, or something.
No, it was not his rookie year.
It was his second year.
Okay, whatever. Rookie.
Daniels will be the first rookie to ever go. Quarterback.
I haven't really watched any other Commander games besides the
Was
last
Dan
one,
Marino
so-
a rookie in '84 or in '83?
Laces out.
Oh yeah, never mind. It was '83.
Laces
Disregard.
out,
I remember
Dan.
now. '83 was a big quarterback draft class. He was. Part
And the
of it.
Chiefs took the only quarterback in the first round that didn't go on to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Todd Blackledge.
Yeah.
Oh, with a name like that.
Fuck Todd Blackledge.
He was supposed to be
Man,
really
what's
good.
that
He
supposed
just-
to mean, Lane?
I mean, he was
It's
in
a
the
bad
league for a
name.
while, but he was never
That's a bad name.
He
It's
wasn't
a
it-
journeyman.
Yeah, does it
wasn't Joe
sound good
Montana-
going off the
he
tip of your
wasn't-
tongue or your vo-
Dan Marino.
I
and
mean,
he
Joe
wasn't-
Montana was, what, third round?
He was 79, but like yeah,
It's a bad.
he
bad
wasn't
name.
at that '83 draft.
Phonetically, it's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Elway.
Blackledge.
Who was the guy for the
Blackledge.
Bills?
Black.
Yeah.
Well, if you say it like a retard,
Jim
yeah,
Kelly.
Blackledge.
Jim
that,
Kelly.
that sounds fine. Blackledge.
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 Is that his
Todd
name?
Todd
Blackledge.
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 Yeah, from
It's
Penn
still- It
State.
sounds bad.
That was the
Blackledge.
last quarterback
He's
the
a
Chiefs drafted in the first
TV
round
guy.
until they got Mahomes.
Yeah, that's right.
It was what?
I heard that.
The
Last-
first quarterback he was the last quarterback the Chiefs drafted in the first round until they got Mahomes. So they went like
Well,
40 years or something.
those two are tied
Almost.
together
Todd
forever.
Blackledge beat
has Mahomes
Nebraska
met
on
him?
some bullshit at Penn State.
Beat us in a
Yeah.
bowl game or something.
Regular game.
What
Like-
happened?
Let's see. On the final drive down the field, the tight end caught the ball 3 yards out of bounds, but they were granted the catch, and it was like 1st and 25, or 1st and 10 at the 25, and then several plays later, they caught a touchdown pass out of the end zone, and it was called a touchdown.
No instant replay back then.
Nope.
That sounds like some mafia shit.
And it was Todd Blackledge was the quarterback.
Yeah.
The next year,
That's a bad name.
Nebraska played him and beat him by
More-
42 or
The more I
something
hear
like
it, the more I like the name.
or 35. It was pretty bad, but like the stars from that team the previous year weren't there. So, but yeah, Penn State got the whooping the following year for that
Did
bullshit.
you see that graphic about like all the teams that played like really minor schools or whatever. And in like 1913, Nebraska played Omaha Balloon School.
What? Balloon school?
What the fuck does that mean?
I was like they
Like
were
balloon animals and
no,
shit?
they
Or
were
like
like in
balloon
the Army
knots?
or Air Force, and it was like
Yeah, hot air balloons.
balloons, yeah.
Blimps.
But it was like a
Aeronauts.
balloon school here in Omaha, and they played football against the Nebraska Cornhuskers in like
Interesting.
1913.
Did they win?
No, most likely not. But it had like every conference, and it had like the worst team they've ever played. And a lot of them were like YMCA games and shit. Just like the crazy, like there was one with like deaf and blind.
No, the school of the deaf.
No.
Not
Yes,
the Helen
I don't
Keller
remember,
school.
I don't remember what team it was, but some team played a deaf and blind school. I swear to God.
This is called a
And
tackle dummy at that
It might have
point.
been like Michigan or
Well,
something.
no, well, there was, I mean, because like Nebraska has the school for the Nebraska school
Do
for
you
the
think it was
deaf,
like an
it's a thing.
expo, like when they bring a disabled kid on the field and let him run down the field for a touchdown?
no, it's not like
Wait, have I actually,
Jack,
have I told
which
you about,
R.I.P.
have I told you about that in high school or junior high or whatever? We played the Iowa school deaf, Nebraska deaf. What, we played
Yeah, I
deaf
think
school in
you have
basketball.
talked about that before.
It still freaks me out to this day because they don't know what they don't know they're making sounds, and you just go across the fucking because they're just going. We're like Jesus. And
The
we
Omaha
lost.
Balloon School was part of Fort Omaha.
Yeah,
Dang.
makes sense.
Yeah, because it was military. You know,
Yo, the
A
Fort Street
balloon
campus
hangar
of
was
Metro
built
is a
in
real place.
1909 with the United States entry into World War I, and Fort Omaha became a observation balloon training school.
yeah.
Cool.
And they thought they could play football.
Apparently, that's how they attracted talent.
But like I said, it might have been even during the war, so they just probably had
So
like
it's
some
kinda
random
like-
guys, that,
Like Missouri
you know.
A&T or like those
Your nose
that
and throat?
ag and tech school,
Oh
where-
yeah, they were all really ridiculous.
yeah,
schools
it's
that
kind of probably
don't
in that
exist
regard,
anymore.
where you're going there for a specific set of skills, like Texas A&M as well, like is another one,
Like one time I was driving through Yankton, South Dakota, and there was something the South Dakota School of Mines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going, what the fuck
School
does that
of Mines.
mean?
Yep.
And I because I'd
That's
never
like
even heard of that.
a Division
This was
two
a long time ago.
athletics school.
I wasn't concerned about that when I was driving by. I was more going, wait, that's a thing? What's going on?
Yeah, and they're
Wayne, did you know
good.
anybody that went to that school?
They're generally really good
Who?
in that
School of
division
Mines?
at athletics.
No, I
It's
did
kind
not.
of
Oh.
crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's really close
Okay.
to Wayne, where I
Okay.
went to school. So
Yeah.
So here
Okay.
it is: the most obscure team each Big Ten school has ever played. Illinois played Chicago Dental School, 1897.
Did they invent the mouth guard?
Indiana played Manual High School, 1898.
That's kinda
Manual?
fucked up.
Yeah. Iowa played Chicago's Physicians and Surgeons in 1897. Maryland played Chemical Warfare Service.
Jesus Christ.
What is it? Michigan played Pennsylvanian Cricket Club
not even the same
So he's
sport.
had a bunch of
in
clubs.
1885.
There's a
Wow.
bunch of bats.
They probably
Michigan
they
State.
probably announced a natty for that season too. Like, that's our 11th national championship.
There we go. Michigan State played Michigan School for the Deaf.
I know cricket was that.
Minnesota
What
played Minneapolis Boat Club.
Oh,
Nebraska Omaha
boat
Balloon
club.
School, 1918.
Wow.
Northwestern played Chicago Wanderers.
What?
It's just homeless people.
Ohio State played Columbus Barracks in 1894. The Hawaiian All Stars is Oregon. Penn State is Steeltown YMCA.
nice.
Just played a local YMCA football, huh?
Oh,
Okay.
Purdue played Purdue Alumni.
Oh.
Rutgers played
up on olds.
Knickerbockers.
Nickelbackers?
Yeah.
Not Knickerbockers?
Knickerbockers. Sorry.
Easy.
Careful.
Sorry. Did I say something bad?
No.
UCLA played USS Idaho. Like they
a
played
whole boat.
yeah.
Gonna need
Oh,
a
here
bigger
we
We can't
go.
get past him, sir.
USC played the Olive Club.
Olive Club. It's a bunch of ladies.
Washington played Seattle YMCA, and Wisconsin played the Calumet Club.
The Calumet
How long
Club.
is his list?
Calumet.
That's actually a really good bourbon.
Calumet?
That's a yeah, Calumet.
It must
Yeah.
be a town, or that's in the list.
It's where was that?
okay,
Did they say
now
where
I'm-
Calumet was?
No.
Because
So they-
I bet that
they
would be
played-
like Kentucky or something.
So I played
They
the
had this
Cricket
graphic
Club.
though for every school, like the SEC and
okay,
stuff.
I got you.
So you said they played the
If you want to
something,
look the rest of them up,
the something cricket club.
What about it?
That got me thinking.
The
Yeah.
cricket club.
Because in the late 1800s, I go, oh, fuck, when was cricket invented? Let's play. What year was that cricket invented?
Cricket was invented?
When was cricket invented?
Oh, man.
Somewhere in India in like the 1780s.
No, it's English. It's an English game.
Is it?
Yeah, they brought it to India.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, most.
So
yeah, most things in
before
India
the
are from-
English conquered them,
1620s.
You're close.
you looked it up.
I didn't look it up because I want to know.
1690s.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Wrong way. Right?
Ryan just want to guess.
1590.
Are you looking it up right now?
No.
You forfeit.
Yeah.
1597. Derek wins
1597. Wow.
in Southeast England. Holy
I'm
shit!
sitting here reading it
I have
about it.
no
Like,
idea
oh, you
that
want me to guess? Do I lie or?
Fuck! I didn't know cricket was that fucking old. I figured
1597, March 1st.
it's God's sport, you know?
It's God's
Or
sport.
it's like a royal, proper.
You're thinking of bowling.
No, I'm also thinking of like the horse. Like, was that
Polo?
was that invented
Ooh,
before?
let's play.
Well,
When
was
was
polio?
polo polio?
Polio.
Was invented.
I'm gonna guess that was older because you had to have money to have a horse and stuff, and you're like, well, let's just kick some balls around.
No.
War's
Everyone
not
had a
going
horse
on.
though. Everyone had a horse.
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna go earlier. 1400,
Okay. Don't look it up, you fucker.
1430.
What sport?
Polo. The horses.
Oh man, that's probably like Renaissance.
So
times.
proper, right?
That's
Like,
probably like Renaissance.
I think it's
times.
post Renaissance. I think that's
Yeah.
what's it called? Renaissance.
The Renaissance.
Oh, I was thinking Middle Ages. What you were talking about? Sorry.
What's after the Renaissance? What's happened to the Renaissance?
Was is it like the origins of polo, or is it like when it was polo as we know it now?
Oh, like gladiator times.
I don't know.
I'm sure they just had
Okay.
it.
So
It's probably gone through some consideration.
you said okay.
I haven't had a guess yet.
Yeah, you guess. Go.
Polo. Pollo.
No, that's pollo. That's Spanish for chicken.
Um,
Pollo loco.
Marco.
God, I want to
Pollo.
say it's like even older than the 1600s. For some reason, I feel like we'll say 1480s.
Y'all are wrong as fuck. Apparently,
1800s.
sticks and horses have been around for a long fucking time. Polo is thought to have originated in
Olympics?
Central Asia around 2,000 years ago. The first recorded match was between the Turks and Persians in 600 BC.
Oh dang.
Wow.
Origins, nomadic tribes played a rudimentary form of polo, the grasslands of Central Asia.
I
The game
literally
was used
asked,
for-
is this like a very early version of the game that we know now, or the modern version? You just said, I don't know. And
I don't
you're
know
telling
because-
us exactly that.
No, I don't know if it's like
Yeah.
what we call it now, or if it's just a stick, a ball, and a horse. That's why it's hard to like pin it down.
Hey, type this in.
The game was used to train cavalry.
Sure.
Because
Makes
think about that.
sense.
Because you have to, Polo was a miniature battle for the
in
warlike
formation.
tribes who played it. Yeah, so you have a long stick and you got to hit a tiny object on the floor or on the grass. Well, that could also be a man's skull.
taking someone's
so
feet out.
yeah, that's actually Polo was a war.
Mr. Scientist.
Will you Google this? How far did the records go back for polio?
Polio, yeah,
For
polio, yeah, yeah.
polio?
Polo.
Wait,
Probably for.
I just said.
I bet polo and
said
polio
2,000
have
years
been
ago.
about around about the same amount of time.
I think I read recently there's still like 3 people left in the U.S. that are in an iron lung.
Yeah, still alive.
I saw. I think the last guy died. I think there was only one guy. I just saw it on Reddit. The last guy died. 6th century BC to the first sometime between Iran or Persia.
It's the same.
6th century BC.
6th century. They have records.
See, I would have guessed something like that
I
if
have
you
one
had
for
told
you
me
guys
something about
next, by the way.
stick and horse. I'm like,
You
of
got
course,
one
these
for us?
people riding horses, they've had sticks, they've
Yeah,
hit things
that's
with it.
crazy. That's
That's like any boy's fantasy.
Well, and that's
Well,
the thing.
yeah,
It's just
Hit
so
things with a
old.
stick while you're on the back
There
of a horse.
is no real origin of it. Everyone did it. you
right. It's
know?
just since horses were invented.
Since sticks were picked
okay.
up,
Okay. Yeah.
Since
we domesticated
Since
horses.
the first bro found a sweet stick,
yeah.
polo was invented.
Right.
we had to have a steed though. Probably did it with cattle to begin with or something. Like little kids.
Well, men did like hitting things with sticks. So.
It's true.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Or sheep.
Ryan's got one.
So we mentioned the Omaha Balloon School recently.
Yeah. Football players apparently.
So they used Fort Omaha here in town. Read that. When do you think the U.S. Army started toying with the idea of balloon surveillance?
1890.
You fucker looked.
I did not look.
No, it's got to be earlier than that.
I was guessing. I'm trying to think of when.
I was going to line it up with around 1890 because there was a UFO supposed incident in Texas at the time, and the U.S. military always seems to kind of follow with what happens to that shit.
That's fair. Yeah.
1870s.
Well, they were right. It's 1890s. Yeah.
Does it have a specific year? Was it 90?
No,
I was going to guess 92.
No, it just
93.
said 1890s. So I would say probably early 1890s.
They probably experimented in multiple places.
Well, the hot air balloon was invented in France in the 1780s. So
Yeah.
You know who invented submarines?
Yeah, the only thing that's gotten better
military?
Was
is
it the South?
telescopes and binoculars and things of that nature.
When was the first submarine made?
do you know this on top of your head?
Yes, I do.
Civil War, 1863.
No.
No, it's probably World War II.
No, they had submarines in Civil War.
Yeah, I feel like they're older than we think. I don't think it's Civil War era. As like a.
I'll give you a hint. It was named the Turtle and made of wood.
Oh, Da Vinci in Italy in
No.
Early.
Womp.
Maybe he had drawings, but
Drawings. Yeah, someone's seen SNL in the 90s. Hello, my name is Simon, and I like to make drawings.
That might be before my time.
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers,
I
man.
remember it.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
It was American made.
I'm gonna guess.
okay, that's what I said. That's why I said the South.
really?
Yeah.
No, early
Like
1900s.
Hawaii, Hawaii,
1900s.
America.
Wait, define submarine. Also,
Underwater.
what are you, a fucking scab? You're taking Joanna's job away from her, dude.
That's
Lane
funny.
might need a beer.
Fucking scab.
Okay. It was the American
ask me.
Revolution. Joanna, she said she wanted to help.
Oh
You gotta be fucking kidding right now.
no, I'm good right now.
Well, thanks, dude.
Well, and when you get up next,
He doesn't know who the fuck Joanna is. So, now define submarine. We're talking about just under the water or fully submerged.
It was fully submerged, but
The
it
definition of submarine would be underwater.
exactly.
Right. So the
It's-
1800s.
It wasn't
the
diving
Confederates-
like 1,000
Did
feet
it
or anything like
go
that. It was like
once?
just
Yeah.
kind of bobbed underneath the waves.
Yes, that's 1800s. That's.
And it
Civil
drug
War.
a bomb that had a detachable cable, so they would go underneath boats and let it off. It
Oh, okay.
had-
So that's post Civil War. Okay.
it was unreliable at best, probably.
I'm gonna guess.
Wasn't
like
until the Germans really kind of upped the
1912.
ante.
1912.
North Korea last week.
You know, you
I
handed
just
that
told you it was
thing.
American Revolution.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
You handed me that bottle opener with the face down. I had no idea. I took the fucking bottle off and boom, burned my hand.
Yeah, I would say that. Oh, you're gay now, Ryan. You're gay.
Stupid Chiefs.
Tattooed on you.
And then it burned me. Anyway.
I will. You could take a beer anytime, Joanna.
I think the Chiefs are about to burn the entire NFL and get 3 in a
know,
row
right?
here.
Fuck's sakes.
Mine's over there.
I think whoever wins the AFC
I'll
Championship
get
is going to
myself
be
if
the
I
Super
have to.
Bowl. It's the two best quarterbacks remaining.
I
gotta beat
mean,
it.
honestly, yeah. I feel like if the Bills are going to do it, this is their season. One, because they're playing so dang well, even with so many defensive injuries. But
Okay, but
the Chiefs have just been playing with their food for so goddamn long. Like, the Bills are too good to be doing
Chiefs
that.
had a lot of big injuries, and it's really
It's
and they
true.
can't figure out the left tackle position.
I don't know
they're
how that
all pro guard.
don't know. All of a sudden,
Spags is
Tooney
still
playing.
Spags is still calling some defense that keeps you guys in the shit.
They've
and
been great
it's
on
just-
defense and special
Would you-
teams.
submarine. Come on.
Yeah.
What
What
when
year
was
was
the
the submarine?
modern submarine invented?
No. When was this? This
Oh,
first
well,
submarine
that
we were
would-
talking
that
about.
would-
It was like
The turtle.
1777 or something, maybe 76 at the beginning of the war, but I think it was a little bit into it.
They bombed the British.
Well, so how like
No.
you gonna explain it? You describe it? Or it's a turtle, but like how deep can
I
it go?
told you about it. I just got done answering those questions. What are you turning into Lane? It was just barely under the waves. It's made of wood, and it drug a bomb that had a detachable cable.
How
so
many
it'd go underneath
people
the
could
boats
fit
and
in
let
it?
off a bomb?
How many people could fit in it?
One. It was a guy basically on a bicycle inside.
Oh shit!
No, I
That's
found it.
not a fucking.
Yeah.
The turtle?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What year
it's
was
part
it
of-
specific? Like 77?
1620.
1620?
1620.
Fuck you!
I thought it was the American Revolution.
The first
Someone
submarine
else
was built in
invented-
1620 by Dutch inventor Cornelius Drebbel.
Oh,
It was an enclosed
Dutch.
rowboat called the Drebbel 1. Clever.
Motherfucker.
That was propelled by oars.
So there was this one here. The Turtle was the world's first submersible
Turtle.
vessel with a documented record
It
of
was the
use in
first
combat.
military. The
Built in
Turtle was the
75.
first military submarine. So Derek was right in a part like that one was the
Yeah, we
first
popularized it.
So yeah, the Drebel 1 was the first exploratory submarine. While
was the first
the
used in
Turtle
combat.
was the first military submarine.
Who do you think thought
Well,
that
there might have been other
The
military
founding
ones,
fathers.
but it was
And
the
that
first one
one
to see
is in the
documented
first
combat.
American Revolution.
That's got to be
Yeah.
a Benjamin Franklin idea, right?
No.
No, it was made by a guy named David Bushnell.
Yep.
Bushnell.
And had a screw propeller. So you had someone in there cranking it like they're cranking a 1940s
Yeah.
Oldsmobile.
They had electric
Or
starts by then.
not 40s. Maybe
Yeah,
the
Model T, whatever. Yeah, we get it.
yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. That would suck to have that job.
No shit, a bomb strapped.
And then they
fucking
had
crank
steam
his
powered
fucking-
by the 1880s. So
Nice.
you had
Still
almost
wooden though.
you had almost 100 years, well, over 100 years before you had like proper like powered submarines.
Yeah, where
Otherwise-
you could like not
otherwise
just
you
the
had to
power,
do-
but
Well,
being
they
able
had
to
submarines in
seal
World
it
War
better,
II.
you know, and have it pressurized and
No,
shit.
no, I mean, submarines came out in World War II, so I mean that's
I think they had them in
No,
World War One.
I said steam powered.
no.
18.
Then you said in 100 more years we had real.
There was a
whatever
lot
you
of
said.
submarines in
No,
World War
like
One.
like actual like powered, like not by man.
Oh, from the original. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was
Early
stuck in
20th
1800s.
century,
Because
they had
by
the HMS B1.
1776, you've got a
Yeah.
dude or dudes in there that are doing the moving for people,
Yeah.
you know, or everyone in there's doing, you know, they're getting somewhere because someone's got an oar in there.
Yeah, they're getting whipped.
Yeah,
I want to say that I wonder what color those fellows were that were rowing that submarine.
all the colors because you know,
America.
you kind of just stayed with your crew back then, you know.
Slavery. I'm talking about slavery.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. You had that.
Hey, work the Romans.
Yeah, but
In America, we had black slaves.
Yeah, but we don't trust them with military operations.
in the 1700s,
They're just the ones
though,
making it move.
Maybe,
There's a
maybe
white
even
guy
in
in
the
charge.
1600s,
No, they-
maybe.
Yeah, but there's more than one white guy there.
I don't think the Dutch had slaves, bro.
Dude, the Dutch invented slavery. Modern
They
slavery.
did. I actually saw.
Slavery goes back to
When I was in
ancient
Belgium,
modern
I was at a place where they
Transatlantic
What's the
slavery.
difference?
they were like, oh,
Moving
this is where they
slaves?
brought in the
Yes.
slaves.
Not just, hey, who are you? Ah, come here.
Everywhere,
me
if you
shocked.
They also
conquered
started
someone,
the,
you took
stock
them as
exchange.
slaves and moved them. Moving
That's
slaves
not the
is
slave
nothing
trade.
different.
That's capturing people and making
Good
them
for them,
slaves.
and apparently a submarine. Well,
That's conquering a
It's the
nation.
same
and
thing.
take-
It's
no,
slaves.
it's not.
Yes,
the
it
Dutch
is.
went, hey, Africa, can I have those fellas? They go, sure, here's some, you got to pay us for them.
Yeah,
They go,
but
great.
slaves weren't
And then
just
they
African.
Piece them out.
Yeah, but
Modern slave
any
trade.
other country would conquer another country and take those people. You're our slaves.
That's
now
not
we're
the slave
moving you to
trade.
this country.
That
We're
is-
going to trade you with this country.
yeah, the
That's not
Roman
like-
Empire was
no.
famous for that.
Everyone
Yeah.
traded slaves,
No,
dude.
that is,
The Roman Empire
that is
traded
through-
slaves across the nation.
yes, through conquering, and then they grab
Yeah.
these people.
Yeah,
the
dude.
modern
The Dutch,
slave trade.
the Dutch conquered people too and moved the slaves.
The modern slave
Dutch
trade
used
is
to
when
be
you
a
go to somewhere and they sell you a
formidable deal.
person.
Formidable.
That's a modern.
That's called
slave
American
trade.
But-
sports leagues.
But you've also conquered those people already, convinced them to sell you people, set that shit up. It's the same
No,
thing.
it's when they catch people. They catch people, or
You don't
whatever.
think there's other people that were trading their own people back in the day? Like, I don't want these
Yeah,
people.
it happened all
I'm
the
trading
fucking
them to
time.
you. Give me the silk. Slave trade. It's
Yes,
slave
the
goes
modern,
back
modern slave trade
from
is from the
ancient
1600s.
times.
Yeah, slavery has been a long thing. How do you think the well, those are been shown that those are actually employees in the Egyptians, but
Slaves.
they were employees. They actually showed they were paid.
Well, there's tax records.
Yes, there's that. There's a lot more information.
There
coming
are
out.
tax
Tax
receipts.
Shut up. There are a lot
What
of
are you talking
more,
about?
There's a lot of more information coming out about that's been discovered through in the Egyptian archaeology.
Prove it.
Where they go,
Prove it.
Oh, these
I
guys
don't-
are actually
and
paid.
and John, did you think I was going to believe an Egyptian archaeologist?
Okay, the aliens paid them. Fucking.
The Egyptian archaeologists don't even know the timeline correctly. It's been proven, carbon dating.
So that was probably gonna
that they
happen.
are off, and they will not budge on it.
Okay,
Okay.
but these guys were paid. The whole idea of Jewish slaves building, the pyramids
and
is
they
not
have,
accurate.
They have a already provocative to go in. That's not the right word.
That was not a
Prerogative.
word.
Prerogative. Yes, I knew it. I was getting stuck on it. Prerogative.
Womp.
Provocative? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, so they're sexy slaves. Okay, go on.
Yeah. We're not going down that time. What's next, Derek?
We're not going down the rabbit hole of sexy slaves.
We've gone through all of the topics, so
We're out
we're just
already?
freestyling right now.
Okay.
Because we're free balling.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, do you have any trash you want to talk?
Niners just got Robert Saleh back. Is he going to be the highest paid defensive coordinator in the NFL now? I think that was what I heard.
You
that
know,
they were gonna offer him.
that's probably happening, 100%. I mean, the dude was just making a big old chunk of change as a head coach. So, but it's not, yeah, because he was up for the Jags job, and now that the Jags fired Trent Baalke, they're going back to the dude that's the offensive coordinator for the Bucks. And so
Byron Leftwich?
No, Theo.
Or is Leftwich is out of the game right now, right?
Yeah. Well, he's working on a staff somewhere. But what is that guy's name? That's basically the offensive coordinator for Tampa Bay this year. He's the leading candidate again. So, and that's just within 20, 30 minutes ago.
I hope none of the Chiefs guys go to Jaguars. It's just a poorly run organization. Do you even have any faith in Lawrence?
I don't know, man. Like, I just don't feel he's ever had a good coaching system around him until Doug Peterson showed up, and then they ripped that from him. So I don't know what to expect from Lawrence from here on out.
He didn't play that good this year, though, with Peterson.
Unless they can get some. Well, to be fair, the whole team wasn't really playing all that well.
Yeah.
So going through numerous different injury situations, which every team has been going through. Fuck, I mean, that's why the Niners kind of took a dive, is too many key injuries, and that's why everyone doubted the Lions, because the Lions had key injuries, and it's just everyone's got a host of injuries. It's just when you're not terribly talented from top to bottom like the Jaguars kind of are. Yeah, I mean,
They got some good talent,
Don't tap my wrist.
Who's the wide receiver they got this year that tore it up? Rookie? Thomas?
yeah, Brian Thomas. Yeah.
Perfect. Fatality.
Finally used in a good way.
Oh, fuck. That's
So,
funny.
Wow.
did you guys all say here that nobody here's watched the new Castlevania Netflix series?
I don't know what it is.
I've
Yeah,
only watched the first season of it.
Damn. Oh, Nocturne or
is there-
Castlevania?
Castlevania.
Oh, good. So there's 4 seasons of Castlevania, now 2 seasons of Nocturne.
I think I've watched all the Castlevanias they've come out with so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one, like the first 2 are the big drama series with Dracula.
Yeah.
Is this the animated
And
series
Alucard,
with
yeah.
Adam
Yeah,
Sandler?
I think that's what you're talking about, right? The
yeah.
animated
No,
series.
that's
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania.
Okay. I have not seen any of this.
Dude, no, Castlevania.
It's pretty good. Like the animation's quality, it's pretty dark.
It's anime?
Yeah, Graham McTavish is Dracula.
I do have one qualm with this last season. I mean, it's kind of cool, but sometimes it gets annoying. One of the characters sings all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Is that like part of the?
What is this fucking Family Guy?
Is that part of her power, or is talking about the chick from?
He's just
the
a
Cajun
talented.
chick?
He did operatic singing,
Oh, that's right, that guy.
and he gets turned into a night creature, and he still sings.
Yeah, that's obnoxious. But he's a fancy lad. So anyway. In Nocturne, there's a opera singer that all right. He just said it, but like watch it all. Just go watch. Just
You got
watch
it.
There's a part
I'll
like I
get
think
down on
season
it.
3. I think of Castlevania is really slow, and this is weird like sex triangle thing going on with Alucard and like some foreign chick and her brother or some goofy shit. It's real strange and it ends real sad.
Yeah.
So
Reminds
it's still
me
a
of
cool
some.
ass show.
Yeah. Yeah. Never mind. I'll have to
We
find
want
that.
Lane. We want Lane.
He needs something to poke the bowl with.
That's true. That is true.
I'll poke your bowl.
Please don't.
No, thanks.
No.
I'll pass.
No,
This microphone smells funny.
I should have brought more topics. I figured you guys were
worries.
just gonna
What else are you
me
watching?
about.
What else are you
What
watching?
are we watching?
watch
Pop
a lot
culture
of
moment.
documentaries. Like I brought one up earlier. It was about
Thank you. Yeah.
someone that was freaking out about funeral homes stealing body parts.
Black market for body parts.
Yeah.
Have you seen the octopus? That's a teacher.
The octopus murders.
The octopus teacher, the guy that
The
like
octopus teacher. Yeah.
falls in love with an octopus.
Yeah.
No, I've watched.
This is a documentary.
The Boys.
Yeah, it's really good.
No, but I've
I have
watched
not
The
seen
Boys.
season 4
which-
of The Boys.
In The
Yes.
Boys, there is a character that's in love with
Well,
the
that's that one,
octopus,
yeah.
and that's odd.
Doesn't
but,
he kill
like,
it at
it's
the
still
end?
funny he does.
Oh yeah, it sucks. I haven't seen season 4.
was
Yeah,
sad.
for whatever reason, I don't know why that was so sad, but fuck, was that
Because he-
sad?
because
Because
when
you
that
could hear
was
the
animated-
octopus talk and it got humanized.
Yeah,
It had a face.
Yeah.
You know, and
What?
a beak.
she had feelings, and it was a woman.
It like
for some
sucked his
reason
dick and
was
stuff too.
yeah, which
That's hilarious.
which never made sense because they have a hard beak.
No, but they're like
No,
with
they
the-
have
with-
a hard.
Yeah, but they got
beak.
tentacles,
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
and they could jack him off basically with
Yeah,
the, with
because
the-
when that started, I was like, "Well, that's weird," because there's a beak in there that would hurt.
well,
Did anybody else
squids
feel
have
bad
beaks
when
and-
was
oh,
it
yeah.
a sperm whale he rode in on the beach?
Yeah.
And they drove the boat into it.
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
I mean, I felt kind of bad for that, and I was also at the same time like, what the hell did he think was gonna happen?
Yeah, right. It's just wow.
Fuck. Yeah, I haven't seen season 4, so I don't.
But no, I watch a lot of documentaries. Recently watched one on the prison experiment in
Stanford Prison Experiment?
Yeah, the Stanford prison
Yeah.
experiment.
Really?
The
What's
That
that
one
was-
guards and the prisoners.
yeah,
What's
where
that
they
on?
took out an ad.
There's a good movie
Netflix.
with that.
It's on
Is it
Netflix.
new?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know, but that's old. I've heard about it a lot. But how good is the documentary? Is it a movie
It's
or
pretty
is it a
good because
series?
it's a documentary, like
Is it a movie or series?
series.
Okay.
The first, it's like 5 episodes because you can't
Okay.
do it for very long, right? Because
It's a pretty
it
short
only
story.
happened, right? But they chopped it up a little bit, and they got a lot of testimonials, folks that were part of the whole experiment. You
Sure.
know, the guards, a couple of the prisoners. That was interesting because I'd always heard of it. I didn't really know much in depth, so you really got to like hear the people talk about it. That was pretty interesting.
From actually
So-
living that shit.
Yeah.
And how fast you can go sadistic.
Well, and just like how like memorable it is. Like they, you know, that's not an
Oh, yeah.
experience. You know, you forget about.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
In your life, you know that is a major chapter or whatever.
Yeah, and it definitely answers that question. What do you think you would do in that situation? Because you're always like, I would have done, this in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Because when
Would
you're,
you?
yeah,
If
just
you were a
prove that
guard,
you
would
wouldn't-
you though? You know.
yeah, like
Really?
you're given that power, right? You're gonna, correct these guys in a certain way, and oh man,
Now, there's a really good movie with it, and I think it's Adrian Brody and Lawrence Fishburne.
okay,
I want to say it. Maybe he's not in it, but Adrian Brody's in it for sure. I don't remember, but
interesting.
yeah.
Trying to think. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace is always one that comes up. That's pretty kind of like wild.
What's that on?
That one's on Max.
What's that about?
So it's about a dwarf girl with physical disability.
Is this a docu-series thing?
It is, yeah. It's a couple
I
seasons.
think my ladies watched this one.
Yeah, and this girl is adopted by a family that gains a bit of notoriety by working with autistic children because they have an autistic son. So they were getting kind of some traction nationally by like just having like get-togethers randomly for other autistic kids, and it'd just be a meet and greet and sort of and. They started doing this, or they started a foundation, so to speak, and they adopt a couple kids, and the wife is kind of making this, big old spectacle of it, like we just want to help everyone and have a big family and stuff. Well, someone reaches out to him and says, "Hey, we've got a girl for you. She's special needs, and we think you guys, with your talents would be a good home for her." They had zero information on her. And then you get to meet the family, the husband and wife of this whole deal, and the wife's a bitch, and then the husband's a fucking absolute bitch. Like he is an absolute fucking crybaby, whiny ass bitch. Like I bet his wife beat the fuck out of him. Yeah. Like I firmly believe it because I think he's just you hear him talk and he's so dramatic. Anyway, They treat this girl like they meet this girl,
This
they
is
bring
the
her in.
The dwarf?
And she's the dwarf. You know, she barely speaks. She's from Romania. They know very few things about her. And they say, here you go. This is her. You want her? And they agreed and brought her over. And then, like, after a couple weeks, like, the wife starts kind of treating the girl weird, like, differently and stuff. And they start butting heads. And at one point, like, it escalates to this point where, like, they're by a hot wire fence, and the wife like feigns that Natalia, this dwarf, pushed her into the hot wire fence and like created this big scene, like she's trying to kill me, you know, and it just escalates from there.
I mean, I missed that part.
Yeah, and
But
it's just
they
like
get her own apartment. and
yeah,
stuff?
fast forward. You know, they have all these problems. They try to get the adoption revoked. It can't be like the place that had her isn't around anymore. Weird.
They're like legal guardians.
Yeah, so they're now the legal guardians, legal parents of this girl. Well, for whatever reason, the wife's giving her a bath one day, and she notices pubes and goes, "Oh my God, she's pubes!" Now there's this huge fucking dispute on how old this girl is, and so somehow, some way, they convinced a judge to change her age from like 9 to 17.
Yeah.
And so
I
this
heard about
girl's
this.
probably like 9 or 10 years old. And when they legally get her age changed to like 17 or 16, they kick her out of the house and they get her own apartment, and then they leave her there. Like,
Jesus.
Christ.
yeah. And so then you have this like 10-year-old girl who doesn't know what to fucking
She like
do.
goes to
She's
the
just-
neighbors and hangs out
yeah,
with them.
and like they're kind of annoyed, like go the fuck away. And, you know, this girl's got nowhere else to go, and so then other neighbors get mad because like this stinky little girl doesn't clean herself, like doesn't know any better to do it every day without parental supervision.
Yeah.
You know, they'd come over every once in a while, provide food, and then it'd be like a couple weeks. You know,
Shit.
it got
That's
wild.
not funny.
I was watching this, and I was watching it like kind of
It's
on
very
and off.
depressing.
Because I think it was a mini series. I want to say.
Docu-series.
Whatever.
Sorry. 6
But,
episodes per season. There are 3 seasons.
No, I don't even think it was 6 episodes. But either way, they were painting it
That's-
as kind of ambiguous. Like maybe she is actually a 22-year-old because they were like talking to her at the time.
They eventually find her birth mother.
Yeah, they like prove that she.
And then
was
they
that
eventually proved that she was not 17.
So what happened
She
at that
was-
point? Did she go back to live with the?
No, like she gets moved to another place because she gets kicked out, like the apartment owner of this, and it's this really tiny apartment in a town 10 miles away from where she lived, you know, with these parents. The parents eventually like get a divorce, and then that's a whole debacle. And then you have crybaby bitch dude like crying about how she beat the shit out of him, and yeah, I firmly believe she beat the fucking
I
shit
do
out of
remember
him.
thinking he was a little bitch. Though.
He was a fucking bitch, dude. Like that's all I kept thinking about. I was like, I almost want to stop watching this because I want to like slap this dude because of how much of a bitch he is. But anyway,
He looked a lot like John.
Hey!
oh no, he did not. He did not. But
That's a huge bitch.
so she gets evicted. They have to move her to her house, and so they move her to like a small house in the same town. Well, the neighbors next door like notice that she's always by herself and doesn't seem to have like a parent around. And they start talking and realize like, you know, she is a child and that she should have someone under her wing. So these adults, neighbors, start paying her like light bill and getting her groceries and doing all these things for her. Well, then eventually they go to a courthouse and try to adopt her. And that's when the parents get notified.
You just
like,
ruined the
hey,
first 2.5 seasons. Thanks, asshole.
Yeah, sorry.
3
But-
episodes. I bet it's a 6.
No, it's
I
a
just looked
3
at
series.
3
It's
seasons.
a 3
Oh, it
seasons.
is?
Yeah,
Six
there's a
episodes per
third
season.
season just dropped, and it's like
Oh.
it's supposed to now. And I haven't watched that part yet, so it's supposed to detail like the
I got one
fallout
for
from
you.
everything.
I got one
So
for you.
Sure.
It's really interesting, like how it goes down. Even though I gave up a lot, there's still a lot to listen to. Wow, John,
Got your attention?
that's
What did
correct.
he do?
That's
I was trying to kick him, then I started stroking him to
he
get
was
his.
stroking my leg.
I got one for you. Have you watched the telemarketers one? on HBO. The telemarketers documentary. It's 3 episodes with like an hour and a,
Docu-series.
like hour and a half episodes.
Get it to me. Oh, the poker.
And it talks about how it's a documentary that covers this guy who just like randomly was just like,
Hi.
what are you doing? What the fuck?
She left.
She left me hanging hard. Well,
Oh man.
left me hanging like crazy. Fair enough.
Hi.
Hi. I'll give you a hug next.
What did I do?
How are you?
Yeah, telemarketer is really good. It covers like all the scam shit they did back, like for, like the fraternal order of police type of thing.
Oh, okay. That made me think of a time when me and a friend would like play musical instruments to telemarketers who would call
You
the house
left me hanging, and then
because they
insulted
weren't
me,
allowed to hang up.
and
So you could just like sit there and be like,
insulted
"Yeah, I'll
me
listen to you, but you
by
have to
going,
hear
"I'm
me
gonna
play
hook
the
this guy
song
down."
first on the guitar." And so like, yeah, you just start playing a tune, like whether it was a radio song or something you just made up on the spot. Just
That would be great. You just turn the radio on.
that
the
too.
phone
You just
down.
like, hey, I'm gonna play this song. I will totally listen to your spiel,
Why do
but
you have my pottery wheel?
I've definitely like, oh yeah, hold on
Oh.
one second,
Pottery
just set the
needle.
phone down and telemarketers.
because they aren't really allowed to hang up. Like they have to basically like sit
I
there.
don't know if that's good.
Have you
for
ever like
that.
looked at your
This-
phone and be like, oh shit, I'm on the phone for like 3 hours?
No. Don't think I
I
have.
was working with this guy and I called him to like talk about something. And,
Yeah.
And then we both put our phones in our pockets and neither of us hung up. We went to lunch and we were like, oh hi, we're still on the phone.
Holy cow!
You just wanted to talk to your dick.
Yeah, sure.
It's not even possible.
I ended
Talk
up
to a
in the
penis?
ghetto again on accident.
Driving home from the casino.
What happened? You hit a ghetto?
I ended up in the ghetto again.
Define ghetto.
In the ghetto.
It's kind of
30th.
30th at Hamilton.
Oh yeah, that's
In the
okay.
ghetto.
Why would you go that way?
My navigation took me there, and I wanted to follow it. I thought.
Off ramp on Hamilton takes you straight here.
You got
I
a
thought
like
it was gonna
Ford
take me to
navigation or
Shannon Street.
something.
It's BMW.
Yeah. makes
And
sense.
I was
it's German.
ducking down.
They don't even have the
for
right
stray
maps.
bullets. I was like ducking down for stray bullets. It was good.
It's a European
Yeah,
model
but if you just
maps.
keep driving,
Huh?
Hamilton's
It's
fine.
like European model
Well, I
maps.
drive
That's
like
a weather guy
I just
joke.
get
Sorry.
Scared. I drive a BMW. I don't want to be driving through the ghetto. They'd be like, "Fuck you, bitch!" Boom, boom,
You'd
boom.
think the BMW
Yeah,
just
they-
know better
yeah, but
that
they have-
navigation.
No, or they want you to go there and
Or
invade
was
the
it
place.
BMW Play when
Is
you
that a
plug in your
conspiracy
phone and
theory?
it plays the Google
It's a Nazi joke.
navigation? Was it your BMW nav?
Conspiracy theory then.
It was my
It's Nazis, it's
maps.
conspiracy.
Okay, like Maps app on,
On
your
my
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck you, Google. So it wasn't BMW. Germany's fine in that regard, but
Yeah,
fuck you,
Germany
Google.
would probably not take me to 30th and Hamilton.
So it wasn't European model. So
I was
that joke's
very
wasted.
anxious. I was like,
So-
Yeah, we're
But
not
once
weather
you get to
dorks.
40th and Hamilton, you're
Sorry.
fine.
not really.
Yeah.
No.
There's a
Oh, there's
school
that
right there.
that
Street lights.
that
That okay
gas
right
station
there
there
is
gets
also
robbed all the
not
time,
fine.
or there's people pop
I
up
used to
guns.
go that way all the time. I would take 40th all the way.
It's like
here.
once every couple of weeks somebody has a shooting at that gas station right there.
The Mega Saver
Oh, that's like probably like every week.
or the Quick Trip. you're
The
talking
quick
about.
trip, yeah. We had a little string there. We had people.
We now can pay
Omaha.
That's why you carry your own gun with
Small town
can
in
pay off
middle
some of our-
America.
you. Biggest small
Yeah,
town.
did you just
area.
did you just make that up or is that a song?
No, that's Counting Crows.
Yeah.
Didn't touch
Oh,
what
I
went.
that's
Omaha.
Don't you watch the
somewhere
CWS when they play that
America.
at every fucking
How do you,
commercial
you
break?
know that song?
I played
No?
blackjack.
That's not what it's
I
called.
lost
What's the song called?
$400 in like 20 minutes.
That's a good question. It might even be.
I
That's
lost
not even the
Yeah.
chorus.
Honestly, it might even be Omaha. It is
No.
chorus.
No, it's not. Yeah. Maybe. I bet Carly knows that song.
What?
Counting Crows.
Omaha.
Somewhere out in the middle of America.
Small town in
I don't know
middle
that song.
America.
band I was in
But I do know Molly Cyrus
2010
by Stitches.
ish, 2010 to 12.
Sing it.
We had a
I
Oh!
just popped a Molly. Now I'm trying to fuck Molly Cyrus. I just popped a Molly.
Wow.
Okay.
Eloquent.
What's the one?
She only
what's-
listens to
hold on.
rancid music.
Hold on. What's the other part of it about Billy?
I like Rancid.
Fuck Billy Ray Cyrus. I'm your daddy now. I'm gonna put my dick up in your ass and it ain't coming out. If you don't like what I'm saying, I don't give a fuck, cause it won't change the fact that my dick is in your butt. But cocaine will make it numb. So I'm gonna put it in your ass with my thumb. It's time to get freaky Miley Cyrus. We can have a baby and call him Stitches Cyrus. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
I am 40% hard right now.
Pretty good.
No,
That's pretty good.
Motherfucker. I'm
Wow.
fucking
I don't know if I
Miley
could
Cyrus
rap
in front
that
of a
well
mother.
in any
I love
song.
cocaine.
It's not rapping, just talking
Because it
fast.
got me feeling like
she
I'm
knows
super
I could do Snoop Dogg all right.
It's a rap song. She's singing. It's rap.
That is
I
rapping.
coulda chose
That,
Nicki
there's no
Minaj.
singing.
Yeah.
I could have chose Iggy Azalea. I could have chose
Dang.
Jennifer Lopez.
What is this?
But I'm fucking Miley Cyrus.
It's a song called Miley Cyrus.
Is
By
it
Stitches.
Molly.
Stitches?
Molly by Stitches?
Molly Cyrus.
Oh, Molly Cyrus.
It's about doing a bunch of Molly and fucking
That's
Miley
kind of where
Cyrus.
I maybe thought it might
But he
have been.
calls her
I
Miley
get it
Cyrus.
now. I get it now.
Sounds like a white dude.
Did you do it?
He is, and he. Do you
Is-
wanna
Wow.
See
Is
oh
it
my
true?
god! Here,
Shit.
wait, White Claw. Do you wanna?
Is it true?
Do you want to see a picture
John's
of
fucking
him?
face.
This
As soon as she
motherfucker.
said that, as
course
soon as
it's
she
like
said,
that.
"Oh, it's Stitches" by the yeah,
The
I was
white
like, "Oh,
guy-
that sounds like
Oh,
a
he's
white
so
dude."
scary.
Is that Ghost Mane? Like,
Fuck.
what
He's
the
so
fuck?
scary.
Does he have
has
blackout?
stitches like the tattooed
Yeah,
all
that's
over
exactly
his
what he
face.
should look like.
Dork.
For the listeners, he's
Whoa,
got a
that's so
spiked
cool.
mohawk
I mean, that's a good
and
picture
a face
of
tat.
him. That was a good
Let's see
picture.
these-
Yeah,
Stitches,
he's
like-
like a classier.
It looks like that Florida guy based.
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Well, no, what's the video game?
punkier Post
Miami
Malone, there
Vice
we
or
go.
whatever. Where you just do crime all the time.
GTA.
Yeah, GTA. They had the new one that dropped, and they had the guy that they based one of the supposedly based a
He also
character off a
kinda
real
looks like
life
Darth
dude
Maul.
that was just
He thinks
covered
that he's gonna,
head to toe in
here's him with a
tattoos.
gun.
Oh.
Quintessential
see the
tattooed
gun.
Florida guy or Florida man.
Ah, okay. I think I
Here's
know
him
what
with
you're
a
talking about.
gun.
That
Oh.
matters.
I think he wants to put that to Miley Cyrus.
That's the guy.
That's Stitches.
That's Stitches.
That's Stitches.
Yeah. he's
Yeah, yeah, that checks
Now,
out.
do you get the tattoos
Tons of face
before or
tattoos, tons of
after you
arm
get famous?
tattoos. Oh, he definitely
That's
hangs out with
before all the
riffraff.
other face
Is he
tats.
still?
Can we
is he-
guess where he's from?
Is
Florida.
he still
Probably from Alabama or Florida.
Yeah. Is he still around, or is he like
That's a newish song. It's a late model.
new?
Is he
It is
Late model
not that
song.
new. I sing it fucking
Is he-
years ago.
Yeah, the way she was singing, like she's memorized this.
This has been
Oh, I know
around
every
for a minute.
word.
Is he friends with the dudes from Florida that are like the Island Boys?
Miami, Florida.
I even said Miami,
Miami.
earlier.
He is
Who's,
Miami,
the other,
huh?
who's the other bitch? The singer
He
that the
is-
song I like? Cupcake?
I bet you Stitches is
Sings Cupcake.
is friends with those two Island
really
Boy
want me to?
dudes.
Maybe.
Oh, our DM and for Dungeons
No,
and
no, no, we
Dragons,
can't play it.
Max. I think you've met him before. He
God.
has his
Don't do
now
it.
wife Coco.
Yeah.
Deep throat cupcake?
Sing
He
it. You can't
Mouth
play it.
wide open.
he thought he saw one of the Island Boys with a pregnant chick at like a CVS or something when he was in Florida. Just like the other week.
Yeah, that could just be a regular Florida guy.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, but like Max was
Put
like,
it
I was trying to
down
sneak a
my
pic off because I
butt.
was really sure it was him.
I mean, it
Keep
could.
going.
A tiny
Eric's
guy
just
with
talking
spiked
over you.
hair, all blinked
hear
out
Carly
like
singing.
that, and
Let's
yeah.
breastfeed him while we fuck.
What?
What's the
What?
one?
Cupcake?
What's the part about? She swallowed.
Derek, do you know the song?
Oh, I
don't
didn't
think
swallow one load. I swallowed
one.
twins.
I swallowed twins. Mouth wide open. Mouth wide open. Mouth wide open like I was.
This
at the
generation's
distance.
ICP.
Yeah, 100%.
They're just all whores. It's fine.
What was the other one? Like the Kush or
Where
something?
is?
Cottonmouth King.
Cottonmouth Kings.
I-
God.
Oh my
could
god,
not
they
stand
were
it.
I went to
so
them in
PG.
311, and that was terrible.
Cottonmouth.
Oh,
Every
Cottonmouth
song
Kings
was
are
about
House
weed.
Bluffs?
They're
Oh, yeah,
so
every song is
PG.
about weed.
What else you got? No.
Everything. No, that's it. Every time you buy an
Cupcake is
album,
from
every song's
Chicago.
about weed.
Yeah.
All of
They're
it.
literally called the Cottonmouth Kings. That's what. Yeah.
I used to love Cottonmouth Kings.
I did for about 10 minutes. I even
They're,
got
they're
their
very
autographs.
PG though.
I enjoyed the
On a
I used to
poster.
listen to
like
Hype
10
PE back
They're
in the
not
day.
raunchy enough.
It was, yeah, it was
Well,
different
yeah,
era.
weed's kind of tamed down now. But back then, dude, Cottonmouth Kings, it was like, ooh, cool.
Yeah, but
'cause
it's not
no one
raunchy
has,
really at all.
No, not even a
They're
little
just
bit.
like, let's get fucking high.
yeah.
Thing.
Basically. That's what every one of their songs is about.
Their
called the
drummer
Cottonmouth
always
Kings.
intrigued me because the drummer's drum set was made out of like a Schwinn like 3-wheel bicycle.
Huh.
So like, yeah. So I have like a big poster. And it was this. It was painted green, had the pot leaves and shit all over it, but it was like a Schwinn bicycle with like the 100-spoke gold rims on it on the small
The
wheels.
rims were still on it?
Yeah. I'll have to find a photo for
I
you.
think
but-
John's already
Is it
looking
spelled
it up.
Cottonmouth with a K or a
K,
C? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's a little KKK-ish too, kind of. What are we whispering about?
Carly's a little inebriated.
You think?
Why are we whispering though?
I'm sorry, I just won $1,000 at the casino.
Nice.
Oh,
Well, dang.
why didn't you come in shouting that?
Because that's not as much as I wanted to win more.
Well, you know, shit.
I've seen Carly bitch about winning only $200
Let me
there.
ask this: how fast could you blow $1,000 at the casino?
Oh my god, I did that already. Probably in 2 hours.
2 hours, $1,000.
Yeah.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah.
Dude, that is
Whoa,
so cool.
Interesting.
Dad gave
That's
me
Trump's
Dad gave me $100 to get away from
That's
him for
dope
a
as
second.
fuck, actually. That's really
And
cool.
I put it in one of the high dollar slot machines where we were sitting. And
Yeah, I can't remember what actual
came back
poster
literally
photo
1
I
minute
got
later.
of it, but yeah, it's
Nice.
it's pretty sweet, man.
$25. And I lost all 4 hands. And I went, oh, I didn't even realize. I don't understand slot machines, so I just put the money in and clicked max bet.
That's how. Yep.
Sure. That's the easiest way to do it.
And well, max bet on that one was 100, and there's been many times I put 100 in and go, oh, max bet was $50. All right, I got 2 spins, didn't hit.
What's your game of choice?
I love blackjack. I lost bad at that tonight. And then I went to the slot machines and I played this little cat one that looked like Poppy. And she kept growing, and then you got free spins. There's 3 poppies. And then when they would grow, you get free spins, and that's the one I won 900 on.
Well, damn.
So that little fucking cunt upstairs
The
did me
fucking
good.
cuteness won finally.
The little fucking cunt did me good for once.
Should take all that money invested on betting a Chiefs Super Bowl win.
But they don't have cute jerseys.
Invested in Poppy.
They got Swifties.
Are you fucking kidding me? 1, they're not gonna win, and 2.
Oh, they absolutely are.
Are the
Thank you,
Packers
Carly.
in the play? Oh,
No, they
Hey,
lost.
just because our teams aren't in doesn't mean we have a say there, Johnny boy.
Yeah, because the Vikings got
At
his
least
Chiefs
my
are
fair.
not
team's
gonna
been to a
win.
couple Super
No,
Bowls.
he's admitted he's a Vikings fan. He's
Oh, God.
forever shamed.
yeah, just to fuck with Carly.
Purple people
Well,
yeah,
they're
but you're
also
never-
Oh, we
not
went to the
in.
Vikings game
Oh,
against
yeah, I
Green Bay
missed that.
at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's right.
Vikings will never win a Super Bowl.
John Randall blew the horn to kick off the game.
You
True.
like the
Right above us.
Oh, that's cool.
Last year.
My family likes the Vikings, so I like to cheer for them. And they're an underdog, so I always
I got
try
an
to
uncle
cheer
that's
for
a
them.
Vikings
You
fan.
liked him because of Kirk.
I did like Kirk, yeah, but
Kirkle Chains.
the
Lane
Vikings
watched
will just never
one
win.
episode of a TV show and goes, I'm a Vikings fan now.
That's not true.
Of what?
What TV
episode
show?
of TV?
The quarterback show on
Yeah.
That
Netflix,
was
the Kirk
awesome.
Cousins Mahomes.
Because
and-
Kirk turned
Do not
into your
bullshit
guy
me. That
because
was
he's so
so
wholesome.
Yeah.
No,
Kirkle
You went, I
Chains.
like that quarterback.
I
so
did
I'm
like
rooting
him,
for the
but-
I'm rooting for the Vikings.
but I
I'm a
had
Vikings fan
already
now.
known how the season was going to end for him.
That was last year.
Yeah, but it was like the previous year.
Speaking of football, I'm
it
supposed to
was
meet
last
up with
year.
Maxwell and
It was, yeah, it was like
oh god, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. He's in our league.
Matt?
No,
Not VTech.
I think VTech. Yeah, VTech and Maxwell. They wanted to get together and discuss any rules changes for the league.
Okay.
I'll let you know if and when that happens.
I'd be down to meet.
should we have him
Or-
on the podcast and talk about it?
Yeah.
Sports? No.
That'd be like 4 other people in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I wanna have
skip
him on
that
the
week.
podcast in general.
I'll skip that week.
I could be a reasonable head in that room without
I'm not
trying
into
to
fantasy,
make
so
things
it'd be boring
weird
as fuck
because I
for
know
me, too.
everyone tries to make things fucking weird, and it just needs to
But
be
you just
level
Yeah.
headed.
rule you have to go to the casino and bet $50 on a team per week.
We started
No.
getting weird rules as far
I
as
don't-
like legacy
You
players and
gamble
shit. And
on anything. No
No.
sport gambling.
I don't gamble, no.
Oh, I love
I don't
gambling.
gamble, but like I could very well see
I
myself.
can bet the Super
Wait,
Bowl.
how do you know
I,
so much about
college
football,
football.
but
We're not
don't
that
gamble?
broke
That,
anymore.
that's not surprised.
That's
No.
what I'm saying too. Like when you know so much, it's like kind of dumb not to gamble a little bit, like conservatively. You know, just if you know something's a lock.
I don't. I just have a good feel.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
right all
that's
the
a lock.
time. I mean, yeah, I might
Nobody's
talk a
right
big
all the
game,
time.
Do you fill out like a college bowl bracket?
but I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gambling.
I actually.
how'd you feel about the bowl game
I
length?
I fill out sometimes like 2 or 3, just because I get different
I
feels
won
for
$90
different games.
in a
And,
bowl bracket.
nice.
Yeah.
What were we saying, D?
I think we already talked about it. I can't remember if it made it on the podcast or not. The length of the playoffs for college football.
Oh, yeah, it
we
needs to
talked
get
about
Yeah, we
shortened.
talked about
It's fucking
that.
wild. But yeah, we did talk about it before we started. Yeah, it's they got to figure out the scheduling on it. Maybe starting it a couple weeks earlier, or I don't know. Like
What are you looking at me for? Joanna's right
I've
there.
heard. I've got a couple
You got
guys.
it, baby.
I got a couple guys at work that suggest
The
like
fuck?
taking away conference championships altogether,
Making it part of the tournament?
and then just leaving.
Was that the ACC? One of the conferences was talking about changing up quite a bit how their conference tournament goes.
You got it.
Yeah. Well,
Well-
there's talk about, and then there's talk like how many conference games should you put in?
But there's going to be
Because-
eventually 2 major big conferences, right?
Yeah.
The Big Ten and the SEC are going to rule it all eventually.
I'm freezing down here.
So we started talking football again. You decided to pack up your shit and leave. What?
I think he's referring
Oh,
to what
is
time
it bedtime there?
What do you got to do in the morning, John?
What time do you get up in the morning?
My
There?
own business. I go 5.
Oh, yeah, I get up at 5:30. So
Okay. So.
don't unplug that.
Hey,
It's just more or less relating to you.
Oh, okay.
You
I don't know.
fucking clown shoe. Sorry, I do like you a lot.
Gym shoes that look like clown shoes.
You have shit to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
What's on your list?
he's got to get up at 5:30.
Yeah, 5:30.
To do it, your
You said 5.
Got to
I
feed the
thought.
chickens.
I said you got up at 5.
Doesn't have chicken.
Fuck! All right, well, good.
But Super Bowl picks, I'm Bills, and
Eagles.
it's probably going to be Bills Eagles.
I think
but
so,
I
too.
want Bills Commanders really really bad. But
I
it'll
do
be-
too. I hate to see the
I
Eagles go.
believe
The
in the
irony
Bills
of the
this year.
Chiefs getting it against the Eagles would be great because they've won
That's
all their
true.
games against the Niners or Eagles.
Fuck
for Super
the
Bowl.
Chiefs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Everybody's sick of the
no,
Chiefs.
I think it would be
That
better
thought's
if they
also
had
not
someone
lost on
different.
me,
They
like,
beat
yeah.
3 different teams. They
If
need
they
a different-
win, Mahomes will have a Super Bowl for half of his career.
Great.
Yeah.
And no worse than overtime in an AFC championship game.
Great. Also, Taylor Swift is going to get extra rich.
I don't care.
Well,
about
can
that.
we admit that it would be really good for the NFL if the Chiefs went?
No.
Why?
Ratings. Every game they lead the ratings in.
Yes.
In
So
the
you don't
playoffs.
think there's an incentive then for the Chiefs to make it to the NFL to the Super Bowl?
I
Like
just,
how the
I don't know.
refs
I
treat
just,
them.
There was not a grand
Man,
conspiracy for
that's what I'm
shit.
trying
Josh Allen.
Because
just-
everyone
I got
hates
a different feel
the way
about
the
him
refs
this year,
treat the Chiefs.
especially last week against Baltimore.
Then they have
For
to
not
lose in
doing
the
very
Super
well
Bowl.
passing wise, like he's still like
You got your victories.
If they're
found
not
his
going to
way.
win the Super Bowl,
Plus,
they have to at least make
The
it to
Ravens
Super
lost
Bowl.
that game. Like they didn't get beat.
yeah.
I mean, they got beat, but like they made so many boneheaded mistakes. We were just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, guys? Like,
not wrong. No.
I hope.
and they should have tied it up there at the end. I don't know what the hell Andrews
They
was
do.
doing when he
I'll have
had
to
the
look at
ball
the
and he like
chase.
tried to adjust it and it
Those
just
gonna go
flipped
good.
up in the air. It's just
Oh.
like, dude, you got your mitts on it. You just pull it in. And fall
Well, yeah,
in.
that fumbler in the game too.
Yeah,
that turned,
and he
that
missed a
turned
couple
tides,
throws
so.
too. They should have caught. Jackson had
What?
2 horrendous turnovers. Mm-hmm. Did he have 3 altogether? But 2 that were just horrendous.
Yeah. After having, they were they wouldn't shut up about it at the start of the game. I can't believe he's only had 3-4 interceptions all game, and then like 6 passes later, he throws that overshot. Boom. Didn't take long before
I
he
don't know
was
what the fuck you're
jinxed.
talking about.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I haven't
He
watched
was
any NFL this year.
he was remarkably efficient all year. Like 44 touchdowns to 3 interceptions.
Damn.
That's insane.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Absolutely
That's a hell of a
insane.
ratio
but
right there.
then like
As he does in the
throws
playoffs.
2 interceptions in that game,
He beats the teams he's supposed to beat in the playoffs, and then beyond that, if he has a good team he goes up against, like
Yeah.
he just blinks.
Well, and he didn't get help this time when he
No.
finally pulled some shit together. That second half, he was lights out.
I couldn't
So-
believe the amount of people saying Mark Andrews may not be back with the team next year. I'm like, they're not getting rid of fucking Mark Andrews. That's his favorite fucking target.
Yeah. Harbaugh's a softie for guys like that too. He'll
It's
keep
a
him.
basement. Basements are cold.
But yeah,
heard
that's my
that?
guess.
Huh?
You heard
Good
that?
prediction.
The basement's cold?
Are you part of any work bets this time for the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No, I feel like we'll make them next week.
Is that why nobody-
After you know the teams?
Yeah. But I'm sure.
Yes.
Like I said, we just did the college football playoff one. final. So we'll probably do the Super
Layton
Bowl.
won $130, right?
Uninsulated
Altogether?
walls.
Yeah.
90 and 40.
Yep.
You got no insulation. On
We're just
half
like
this
for the
basement.
40,
At
we like
work?
picked a square, yeah, and then they filled in the numbers
Yeah.
at the top and the side,
Because all the heat's going.
and however the
brick
quarters
down to
ended
the
up, you
fucking,
would win or whatever. It's
outside.
totally random, but it was fun. And then
Yeah.
I did the bowl picks.
There's no insulation.
I've done those square things, and I've never won shit.
Why what are you
I don't
doing?
know if I'm.
And,
I've-
weirdo.
and I only bought 6 squares,
Don't
so
turtle
a lot of
frog
people
me.
bought like 10 and shit.
yeah.
Oh, like,
Wow.
don't gecko me.
Yeah, I've been doing those to support one of my friends'
Hey, snacks. Did you make anything?
daughters who's in softball.
Oh, okay.
You know, so like buy a square for like
No, we've been broke.
$30 or whatever it is, and so I'll buy a couple.
But what happens when you win?
And then I don't know, it's a sum of money at the end of the
Oh,
thing.
But they still take a cut because it's for charity.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were praying off
All
a
right,
honeymoon.
all right.
It's been
But anyway,
We're gonna.
Oh, you're playing the music?
I'm gonna turn you off, John.
No, don't you
Yeah,
kill
fuck you,
yourself.
John.
Fuck you guys.
Hey, don't talk in the microphone.
Fuck
Fuck
you
you.
guys. You guys suck. That's not even my. That's
Bye,
not even
John.
my
So
one. I'm number
subtle.
3. You son
Oh,
of a
you're
bitch.
right.
Yeah, you slut. Ha ha.
thanks for having me.
Hey.
Yeah,
Ryan,
thanks for
All
coming
right,
by.
thanks for coming around.
Are you gonna
I love you guys.
join us more in the future?
I'd love to.
Because
The
yeah,
hell,
it's
Wayne?
not just like once a year.
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
we're
it's
having
very-
more guests on this
yes,
year.
it's very-
You're welcome back
it's
up.
very interesting.
Fuck
you,
off,
John.
John. Fuck you, Wayne. Fuck off, John.
Trash.
Fuck off, John.